So, this is going to be a really long recap that I'm probably going to cut out because it's a lot. We've got a lot of sessions to cover because it's been a very long time since Tiff was here. I don't remember last time Tiff was here.
Tiff, what's the last thing you remember?
It was, I remember when they were here.
Yeah.
It was the dungeon. No, not the dungeon. Yeah, the dungeon underground. We were fighting the spider lady.
I think
Drider,
they
so
missed the session where we explored the dungeon, turned up for the fight, and then had to leave like immediately after they turned up.
Yeah.
So,
We love you, Tiff.
you missed a lot.
Yeah, I know.
Oh
boy.
So
It's
much
okay.
content with my wife has been missed.
So that was session 11. And this is, I
What
think,
session are we on?
session
16 now.
16.
16 is today.
So, in the session where you had to leave early, they fought a horrible spider lady. Hera got crushed by a ceiling multiple times.
Twice.
Twice.
She lived.
The ceiling was out to get her.
I nearly
Yaslin
died.
Failed a
Twice.
lot of spells. They made their way back out of the whole dungeon, told a secret to a creepy statue. And they took a long rest right outside the dungeon and were attacked by harpies. Which tried
brought
to...
an elf with us.
Yeah, you brought a random elf from Dark Elf Hellland with you, whose name is Delvin. They got attacked by harpies right outside the dungeon. They tried to kidnap Yaslin. They shot one of the harpies who was holding Yaslin out of the sky. Yaslin falls 60 feet, pierces her lungs on her ribs. Now
Chrissy wants to
performs surgery in a field. Surgery in a field, Yaslin lives.
They did surgery on Yaslin.
Don't make this joke again. I can't cope with it. They go back to the city, they get some reward money, they
I do
spend
surgery in
a
grate,
lot of
like,
gold.
every fucking session.
Yeah.
They
And you
spend
can't
a
do
lot
jack
of
shit to help
gold
me out.
healing
Well, you're
Delvin's
right.
trauma for some reason.
We like Delvin.
And then they keep him, and then Yaslin has a religious crisis and kisses her wife. This is where my recaps end because I just stopped writing them.
Do you want my book?
So I'm gonna read Jay's notes. They had a sleepover. They
This is what I think's important.
bought Yaslin and Hera some new armor.
Just the sleep
Dae
we
has a
had
love
at, like, 8 in the
potion.
morning.
Dae just has a love potion. Dae had sex with a bird.
That's a bad idea.
They had another sleepover. Everybody got a letter except Lantana, because Lantana has no living family except like some ferrets. No one's writing you letters.
I'll let you.
You don't know anyone who's writing you letters.
I'm not sure if that's good or bad. Do you get reminded
maybe
of
you
the
don't want a
trauma,
letter.
or are you reminded of the fact that you have no family?
Most people got traumatizing letters except Hera, who got a lovely love letter from her wife.
I mean, my
Um,
actual parents are still alive, and they just have literally nothing to do with me. They think
Yeah,
I'm
they're not
probably...
writing to you.
So then the next session is on YouTube currently, but they fought 2 hydras with only Dae and Hera because most of you weren't there in the session. They all nearly died, but they were fine.
Broken entered.
Everyone had a really weird dream. Everyone had a very weird dream. Chrissy's dream was from Yaslin's mom, and it was very awkward. And
She's a bit of a MILF though.
she is incredibly a MILF.
Chrissy
And she
tried
also
to
mind
fuck
controlled
Yasmin's
Chrissy,
mom.
and Chrissy was like, "You
Yep.
can do that as much as you'd like, ma'am." And then in the morning they were like, "Yaslin, your mom seems lovely."
And Yaslin was like, "Did you
Thing
fuck
is,
my mom, Chrissy?"
Yasin's mum will probably now avoid Chrissy's brain at all costs because they'll be like,
No.
No, I
don't
think she
want
wants to go
deal
back
with
in
that.
there.
I think she'd like to stick around that, could use its influence a little bit, make herself seem nicer than she actually is. Then whoop
Sister
my ass
Vivian-
next week. You will
Sister
whoop my ass
Vivian
next
asked
week.
them for help. Sister Vivian left them a note asking for help to deal with some undead on a mountain. So they set sail to go to the mountain. They went to the mountain. They fought the hydras on the way. They get to the mountain. They go to the mountain village. They do a breaking and entering into a church in front of
Do
a
a
bunch of
B&E.
people. They do a
I do a
B&E.
Cheeky bit
drunk
of B&E.
B&E.
They get very drunk at
going in
midday
about
and then they
B&E.
break into a church. They're looking for ghosts, but it's full of vampires, and 2 of the vampires are Dae's older sisters, who he presumed were dead.
I have so much trauma.
Then next session they return a bunch of people they found in the church to the town. They just sort of found these people in the church, so they took them all home. They
What about my American accent?
they had another
Oh, that was
sleepover.
time.
And then the guards turned up at their ship, and they had either the worst or best plan I've ever seen, not sure. Hera drinks a potion that disguises her as a shorter human woman. She puts on the really slutty dress Yaslin used to wear. She is a lesbian and attempts to flirt with a man. Very poorly. She's like, no, this is a different ship. Our ship, the other ship left. And he's like, ma'am, the name is wrote on the side and it's the same as it was yesterday. She rolls an 8 on deception. She then casts command and tells him to believe her. Command lasts for 6 seconds. He walks away. He turns around. The party gets arrested. They break out of jail, but they leave Naerva and Yaslin behind.
Sorry, guys.
The next session, they break Naerva and Yaslin out of jail. Also, yeah, Hera breaks her arm in their prison break where they leave Naerva and Yaslin behind. The next session, they break Naerva and Yaslin out of jail, and Hera's arm gets fixed. They get beaten up a little bit.
Then what happens?
They go back to the church. They look around in the church. They're like, oh, there's a lot of traps here. Hera touches a trap on purpose and is cooked alive in her armour for a full minute. And then her wife is mad at her. The spell it casts is heat metal, which makes her armour red hot for a full minute. And she was just burnt alive while Yaslin poured all of her spell slots into her to keep her alive. She touched this on purpose after hearing it existed. She didn't need to touch it.
My wife told me not to. I waited till she turned around and I touched it anyway.
This is why I chose the healer feat.
Yeah,
Because
we're
you
gonna
will
need
do it
that.
again.
They found a secret tunnel through the mountain. Secret tunnel. They go in through the tunnel. They go up a ladder. At the top of the ladder is a glyph. Dae touches the glyph. The glyph goes off. Hera takes enough damage to go unconscious, falls down the ladder, impacts into the floor, breaks her jaw. They climb the ladder.
And now we're just on the mountain.
Now they're on the mountain.
With Hera
Yaslin
with a
and Dae
broken jaw.
hugged. And that's what you've missed.
And I can't talk now.
Hera can't talk. Yaslin made her a little... Because Yaslin's an artificer now and she makes little magical gadgets, including a gun. Yaslin's got a gun now since you've left. What happened, Tiff?
That's an awful idea.
She's got
Yaslin has a gun.
She killed a Hydra.
Her spells
though.
never.
She killed
Her
a
spells
Hydra.
never
now.
hit. Maybe a glove.
She's making me a rifle, and I'm so happy about it. I don't think
I
she's
just-
done now. I might
She's
be
got
thinking,
terrible aim with her spells.
You might be in trouble.
So maybe she'll have better chance with a gun.
She killed a
I think
Hydra
she's-
with it.
I think she's going to use the fact she's building me a gun as like a thing. She's like, just if you stay safe for 2 weeks, you can have this gun. If you don't, you're not getting it. I'm like, oh.
So
So you
yeah,
keep yourself
Hera
alive
has
on your armour.
a broken jaw and she can't talk, but Yaslin made her a little minor magic item that she can use to project words, but everything she says is currently in Yaslin's voice using it.
Yeah. I'm essentially Stephen Hawking without the wheelchair or the brain, to be honest.
Yeah, you definitely don't have the
No.
brain.
Or you know, the
No
killing
brain.
disease. I just can't talk, and I have like a computer that speaks for me.
Yeah,
You
so
have a
basically
killing
not very much
disease,
like
it's
Stephen
called
Hawking at all.
stupidity.
Limbo lesbian, hello, that's me.
Tiff, do you feel recapped? Do you feel like you missed a lot?
Had a lot of emotions
know
in
what I
those
do.
like 5 minutes.
All we really need to take from that is essentially...
Currently, you're on a mountain looking for some vampires, and Hera has a broken jaw.
And Dae isn't a virgin anymore.
And Dae fucked Clicks. He had sex with that bird. Canonically. He rolled quite well. But you know who is a virgin?
Why is it we
Yaslin.
roll good when it's stupid things like that, but you can't roll a deception check to stop us getting arrested?
To be fair, I couldn't fuck my wife either. That was a shit roll as well.
They didn't.
Night they had sex
Hera
with
tried,
my
and
wife
Yaslin was like,
didn't want to have sex with me.
No. It's fine. They've been married for like 6 weeks now. It's fine.
I finished the alcohol. Let's get going.
That was pretty quick. We'll do a character building question. Someone roll me a D100.
I want to do. Actually, yeah, I want to do it. 28.
What's currently motivating your character to stay with the party?
My wife. That's it.
That's it. Fuck the rest of you.
No,
huh?
I love all of them, and I want to keep them safe. And they are my friends, and I love them. But also, my wife is there, so you know,
Dae.
gotta protect everyone, especially my wife.
Dae.
The replacement for his family.
Okay. What's motivating Naerva to stay with the party? We're gonna go through this.
We will die if she leaves.
Well, yeah. One,
We do need
knowing
them.
that they're all stupid and would probably die without someone with common sense. And B, abandonment issues.
Okay. Why is Lantana staying with the party? What motivates Lantana to be here?
She's slowly learning more English.
She's like, these people are teaching
that
me how to
it?
speak.
We are talking a lot.
Didn't you pay for a
Speak
course in English last fucking session you were here? When we did downtime,
Yeah.
we did a course. So you can talk
We
better.
funded that.
But I can
We did
guarantee it
pay.
didn't exactly go too well.
One day. So we're going to start the session. You've just emerged out onto this mountainside next to this very small hut that seems more like just a place for the tunnel to go out to than anything else. And there's a vast expanse of mountain around you. You can look down onto the town, but there's all of you, Yaslin and Sister Vivian are here. What are we doing? Team?
What time of day is it?
So it's like 4 p.m.
So, in a few hours, the vampires will be out, I'm guessing.
out and about, but you don't know where they
Vampires
are.
will be out in the town in a few hours.
It took us 5 hours to walk down there. So
That
it's
fucking
probably gonna
tunnel.
take us a while to get back if we want to go the way we came.
Does it look like there's any, like, path, like, from this tunnel? Like, once people go through this tunnel and come out of this hut, does it look like there's a path that they take after that?
You can roll a survival check to look for tracks, but there is like quite a defined path heading further up. But if you want to like look for tracks, that'd be survival.
I'll do that, yeah. So probably getting my character sheet up might actually help me.
Yeah, that might. I'm so proud of Yaslin for having 39 hit points now. She's so tough. She's not. But it's so much better than it was.
Yeah.
I feel like Dae is feeling quite depressed right now still, so he's going to be quite quiet and just sort of let someone else take the lead.
Sad boy.
That's like a 9 on a survival check.
I mean, there are tracks, but you can't tell if they're recent or really much about them.
Okay.
You're trained mostly in picking up animal tracks. You see, like, some rabbits have been around.
Nice.
Little mountain hares.
Cute.
Maybe a goat or two. A flock of goats. A flock, that's not what those are called. I don't know what a group of goats is called. A herd. There we go. Really workshopped that one. But yeah, there is this little path leading further up. It's quite a it goes a bit up and then it branches, and one way continues as this mountain trek, and the other is like almost very deliberately made, these like soft cobbled stones, like someone's made a very neat path.
Dae is sort of just looking at the path, like he wants to go up, but also other people might not want to.
But he's not saying any of that, he's just thinking it quietly because he's a nuisance. Yaslin can't read people, so... Okay, so what are we all doing?
Guys, he wants to go up the path.
Hmm.
Is that going to take us out? Wasn't the thing. That's going to take us out, or just the front roof?
So
Okay.
there's a rough mountain path that heads up, and then it splits out back into continuing in a rough mountain path, or into this very neatly manicured, like perfectly laid cobbled stone. which is a bit weird to see on a mountain.
Yeah. I just slowly put my hand up. I just. I can't talk.
Dae also puts his hand
Dae
up.
will also put his hand up. Captain?
I just wave.
Hello?
Sweetie, you have thing to talk with.
I just do that. I hold the box, and I'm like, I was saying I agree we should probably go up the steps.
Steps? Path?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay.
Only getting my opinion on this. The person who has voluntarily got injured twice.
You're gonna head up this little path?
I'm really gonna trust your judgment if you voluntarily got injured twice.
That's why I'm saying, are you only taking my opinion? I'm asking, does anyone else want to pitch in?
What are we discussing?
We're going up the stairs.
Okay.
The path.
Mm-hmm.
Does Lantana want to make a sort of check to see if it looks dangerous? I feel like Lantana knows this sort of stuff.
Because she's a ranger.
Yeah.
It's classist. It's not what that word means, but it is a funny joke.
Lantana did survival check or something.
If she wants to.
What do you guys need me to roll for?
You can make a survival check if you'd like to. Jay just thinks you should.
Dae thinks you should as well.
Dae thinks you should as well.
Dae would ask you
To have a look
help.
around.
Yeah.
Right, so survival.
Mm-hmm.
22.
Pretty good, huh?
Wow.
There are tracks leading from this place, and they seem to. It seems like people come through here quite frequently, and like quite a large party have came through here very recently, heading off and up. But there's also they headed down the rougher path, but there's also like a lot of foot traffic, going up and well, not a lot of foot traffic. Like the same, like one person will come up and down this path quite frequently. And like while you're looking around, there's a lot of plants growing around this path, like very beautiful flowers that to grow on a mountain like this would have had to been incredibly well cared for.
Lantana, can you see 4 shoes that are the same size and the same and are next to each other?
It's no shoes.
But
4
there's
shoes,
tracks.
did you say?
Like 2 sets of 2 footprints that are next to each other and that are the same.
Can I?
Is Dae saying, did the twins come this way?
Yeah.
Yes.
So there are 2 sets of 2 feet
Yes.
that are the same that are next to each other. Okay. We'll follow those.
I'm not going to go up my lovely cobbled path.
I'm following the twins.
Since I can see the footprints, I just kind of point in the general direction of where they're going. Let's go there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you continue up this mountain. It's quite steep. There's like a lot of unstable rocks as you're walking up it, and this is like very low elevation for this mountain. It's also getting cold. It's getting very cold. Naerva, you're fine. You're a Goliath. You're adjusted to mountains, but everyone else, it's starting to get pretty fucking cold. Dae's got his winter clothes that he specifically bought on, and the rest of you have not specifically bought winter wear. So you're heading up this this little trek, and it's there's quite a lot of people seem to travel through here a lot. It's probably the way people go when they're trying to get to the other side of the mountain. They probably only travel about this high up. But the tracks lead higher and higher up. And okay. I have to roll for random encounters.
Let's go.
It's fine. And the sun is getting lower and lower as you travel up this very sparse moss grass, not much else but cold, harsh rock faces. And you follow the tracks, and while you're looking ahead, ahead of you, you can see this giant sheet of ice. Just this, like it would be a waterfall, but it has frozen over, and it is huge, and you're still far from it, and it's just this immense sheet of ice, and that's what the tracks are heading towards.
Okay.
So you just continue on there.
Yeah, I want to go up to the sheet of ice.
You make your way to you follow like this track up, and it gets to the point now where like the track that you've been following branches off and like continues like across, like in a different direction. Whereas like if you want to head further up, you're gonna have to climb this. There's like a scrabble of rock until you reach this sheet of just ice that is rippled with like where the water used to flow before it's frozen.
Can I like try and like get behind the waterfall?
So you can make me an athletics check to climb up to it to have a look.
Yeah, sure.
Your athletics is pretty good.
12.
So yes, you do scrabble up this, but you're going to take like a little bit of damage because it's quite a rough climb. That was quite a high roll. You're going to take 5 damage as you scrabble up this.
Okay.
This very rough cliff face, and you find that this waterfall is like a. Well, I'm going to have you roll an investigation check. Actually, is what I was going to do. You don't want to.
Yeah.
You can roll me investigation or survival.
I'll do survival then. 9, 10, 12.
So this waterfall is like completely frozen. It is a cliff of pure ice. It's like the ice goes thicker than like the length of your boat.
Oof. Is it?
Which is a good 100 feet of
that
thick ice.
Cold?
It's very cold. Yaslin's probably like just shivering away because she lives like this. She gets cold.
Captain.
I just look up. I can't see.
You need to give your coat to your wife.
Yaslin's like, I'm already wearing a coat today. I'm fine.
You need to give your coat to your wife.
He's like, thick. This is very icy. Look after Yaslin.
Yeah.
Is she already wearing a coat?
She's already got your coat on. It's a different version of. You're wearing the same coat.
Yeah, I just look down. I look at her. I'm just like. I just shrug my shoulders.
She's like, I'm fine.
Be like, do you want my coat?
I don't want your coat. Keep your fucking coat on. You've already injured yourself. Don't get frostbite also.
Give her a thumbs up and then just look back up.
So, yeah. You can't really see tracks on ice, but this is where they've led up to.
So they've gone in the waterfall.
You don't... Well, the tracks are gone.
Oh, they've crossed the waterfall. I'll climb up the waterfall.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to start hitting the waterfall with my axe.
Okay.
Hi.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Can we see this happening?
Yes. You all see Dae just hit this waterfall with his axe.
They might have gone in the waterfall.
Mm-hmm.
Frozen waterfall.
Sometimes there's caves behind waterfalls.
Okay. Ooh. So, Dae, do you want to roll me a perception check?
That's 5.
Some parts of the ice are thinner than others, but that's all you really see.
I'll hit on the thinner parts then.
Okay, roll to hit.
25.
Okay, roll damage.
13.
Mm-hmm. So your axe smashes in, and you pull it out, and there's a hole looking into what appears to be a tunnel. It's not the size a person could walk. Well, it is definitely a size a person could walk through. Actually, it's quite like there's these tunnels that you're peering into with like the crack you've made with your axe.
Guys, tunnel.
Hi.
Secret tunnel 2.
Your survival skill, you're proficient in survival, aren't you? It looks like it's been made by some sort of fucking humongous burrowing creature.
Secret tunnel 2.
Is it a
Secret tunnel
mole?
2.
It's very big.
Is it a mole?
And moles don't live in ice, really? I'm gonna need to
Giant
find
Says
an ice mole.
who? This
Me.
is Dungeons and Dragons.
I'm the DM, there's no ice moles.
Giant ice mole.
Okay, so what are you all doing?
I'm gonna go through the tunnel.
Well, you're gonna need to do some more hitting.
Yeah, I'll do some hitting then.
You don't need to roll, you're just
Gonna
gonna stand there.
wait for us.
Yeah.
They carves an
I'm
entrance
gonna-
into
I'm
this tunnel.
We just walk up, or are we climbing up something to get?
If you're
there?
climbing, you're gonna need to make an athletics check to get up to him.
I'm gonna fucking fail and get more hurt. I can feel it. Well, that's great. Hang on. How athletic am I? Off the top of my head, how athletic am I?
Pretty good.
Okay, this might save me, but I've not got much hope. Oh. 11.
So you're gonna take a bit of damage.
That's bad math. No, wait. 13.
You're gonna take a bit of damage, but you get up there.
Yeah.
You don't fall down the mountain, which you can do if you roll
I
poorly
hit
enough.
my head.
You just
hit
sort of
my
you get
head.
you like scrape at yourself while you're climbing like up this rough wall. You're gonna take 4 damage. Everyone who's is coming up the cliff with them are gonna have to roll an athletics check, which means Miss +0 strength over here is gonna make an athletics check.
I'll give her a hand.
Imagine if I fell and just hit my head again. Would have been
Yaslin
Kind of
takes
iconic.
2 damage.
better than
Because-
me. I said, oh.
Yeah, I just rolled worse. So, V, Tiff, athletics checks.
Dice, get out of the bag.
Dice.
Wrong page.
Oh god.
Oh no. Tiff.
Tiff. Tiff is gonna take 10 damage.
Not Lantana. Tiff.
Yeah. Both of them.
Are we all
Fuck's
taking
sake.
damage just climbing?
Everyone so far has took damage, so Lantana takes 10.
I roll 16.
You're fine.
Nerva takes no damage. Nerva's fine.
Well done, Naerva.
Nerva
10 damage.
watches 10 damage for Lantana trying to climb this. You want to roll an athletics check for Scarf as well.
Oh no.
So Nerva watches everyone
tiny
scramble up this and like cut themselves on sharp rocks, and it's just like, don't be stupid, just don't do that, and then doesn't get hurt.
Simply don't do that.
Nerva's
I
used to
just
mountains,
looked
it makes sense.
Look at them and just do this. Lying on the floor, just thank you.
Athletics check for Scarf.
We need to get my character sheet from the computer.
Sweet Scarf. Scarf is a good little guy.
A 12.
So Scarf is going to take 2 damage.
No!
Scrambling up these rocks after you.
No!
I think that's the first damage Scarf's ever taken.
Aw.
Poor baby.
Climbing up a mountain.
He gets like a rock in his paw.
No!
Sharp rock gets stuck in Scarf's paw.
No.
He whimpers at you. Poor baby. So, yeah, you're now stood. Everyone but Nerva shivering at the entrance to this icy tunnel.
Never's just there like, same shit as always.
And I'm going to need everyone to make a con save against the effects of extreme cold.
I've got clothes somewhere.
God, this feels like
You have
Dragon Spine.
Nerva doesn't need to make one, and Dae has advantage.
Wait, what
Well, I
did you
mean,
say?
I rolled high anyway.
Wait, what are we rolling?
Hera and Lantana roll me a con save.
Oh no.
Oh, Yaslin!
I got 14. Oh no, Yaslin.
I got a 15.
Does
Where's
Scarf
the
need to make one?
save? Where is it? Is it the
Under saving
saving
throws. Lantana's
Um,
fine.
Scarf is
That's
technically
an 11.
perfect.
Okay, Hera's still fine. The DC on this was very low. Roll one for
What?
Scarf, but with advantage because he's fluffy. So roll twice and take the higher. It's add his con.
No.
Turn my light on, it's
What do I
And
roll?
Scarf
Roll
are
it
wearing
for
matching fur coats.
Roll a d20 twice. Take the higher. He might have a con mod. I don't know. I'm not looking at him. He's fine.
Yay.
Yaslin rolled a natural 1. So Yaslin gains her first level of exhaustion as the cold is actually very much getting to her.
What if we put Scarf around Yaslin's neck?
Too heavy for her. Scarf is like 6 foot long, and Yaslin has a strength of 10. She'd just fall over. Scarf is longer than Yaslin is
Am I
tall.
wearing
A big guy.
as a belt or anything?
What?
Am I wearing a scarf at any part on me?
I mean,
Like a
you've
belt
got
or
like
something?
you've got some sort of fabric. Don't ask me what it is. I know I designed your character, but it just looks nice.
Can I take that off and put it round her neck and tie it like a scarf?
Sure.
Keep her
It's
warm.
not going to get rid of that level of exhaustion, but she is
No,
less
well, it's
visibly
just warm.
shaking.
Yeah, I want to be nice to my wife. You're so tired.
Yeah. So I'm just going to tell you that you're going to keep making con saves the longer you're in cold places, and if you ever reach level 6 of exhaustion, you instantly die.
Well,
Okay, I'm gonna watch my wife very carefully.
She's on level 1. So
Yeah.
currently she has disadvantage on all ability checks. Not much different than usual, really.
It's better. No,
So, are you heading into this tunnel Dae's carved into this ice?
yeah.
So, you head in and there's, just, you walk down this tunnel and it gets darker and darker as you head further into the ice. And you walk into this absolutely labyrinthian tunnel system.
Ooh.
There's just like, endlessly burrowed, like there's these creatures, maybe, have just been, who live under this ice, have just burrowed and moved around under here until it's a lot of, there's also bones, bits of armor, a sword,
What sort of sword?
just like a short sword, just a plain short sword. But yeah, there's like the remains of adventurers down here. Are you gonna you all have dark vision now. Naerva has their goggles, so I suppose you're not doing a light.
No, yeah, we don't need one. I have dark vision, so
You see, in the ice as you're walking past, you see a perfectly preserved, petrified dead body that's just been like frozen into the ice.
okay, guys, I don't like it here actually.
And how long have you been walking? Which tunnel's the way out? That's not you know the way out because Lantana can't get lost except by magical means. Rangers. Lantana's like, yeah, it's that way, obviously. But the rest of you are feeling pretty lost. Your natural sense of direction down here, very, very unsettled.
I don't like it, guys.
And can everybody roll me a stealth check?
for
Yaslin's at
fuck's
disadvantage
sake.
now.
For fuck's sake.
I'm going to go into the burrows of this creature. Oh, Yaslin.
Let me, where's my stealth?
14.
There it is.
Okay. You got the same as
Oh, we've got a natural
Yaslin.
1 then. Jesus. Got a
Why
21.
is it? Who got the same?
You did. Hera and Yaslin both got a 14.
I literally can never find
I
stuff.
got a
It's at nearly at the
16.
bottom. Well, it is on Yaslin's, so... 16, yeah, okay.
My dice almost landed on a natural 1. I almost fucking shit myself. But no.
Dirty
It landed
20.
on 13. And I got a 21.
So, you're all staying relatively quiet, and so it feels like slightly warmer suddenly, and you're all quiet, and you see movement in one of the other you're like currently at an intersection. You see a bit of movement in one of the tunnels, and then it's gone. And there's like this heat, and when the movement is gone, the heat is gone with it.
Did it look human?
No. It was filling the tunnel. Completely. Like the tunnel was shaped around the size of its giant body. The tunnel that all of you, including 7-foot-tall Naerva, can comfortably stand in with headroom.
I am curious about what sort of creature this is, but I also want to turn around and leave.
So what are you all doing?
Well,
Think about
can I try and like see if I recognise the creature?
You can roll a nature check.
Awesome. Yeah.
You can have advantage because you grew up on mountains and you're a Goliath.
Natural 20. Plus my nature check is 0, but still.
I'm going to send an image to the group chat because Naerva's seen one of these before.
Yay.
You grew up in the mountains. Let's wait for that to send. Tell me when it has, because...
Whoa!
You've probably seen one before.
Hell.
It's called a Rema has. And they live
What
under...
the actual fuck am I looking at? That is horrifying.
It's like a giant centipede. It is a centipede that is very, very big. And they live under ice and carve tunnels through the natural flame in their body, and they swallow people whole. They live under ice, they burst out at people, and they eat them.
Oh, I've seen that before.
And you're in one's home. You're just in their tunnels.
Every session we find shit like this. Guys.
So it's basically like we've just gone in through someone's like back garden gate and just showed up.
That heat you felt was one making a new tunnel very close to you.
Let's get out. Let's get out.
I'm gonna need a second round of stealth checks, everyone.
I swear to God, if anybody fuck this up for us.
Yaslin had disadvantage and got a 2. Dae and Yaslin both rolled 2s.
I've got a +4 though.
Yaslin's got a +2, so Yaslin's got a 4.
I got a 6.
I got a 19.
Well, group stealth checks are a group thing.
Yeah, I feel like Dae just sort of like starts running. He just turns and starts.
You all move to leave, and there's...
You
as
all
you
forget
walk,
that you have...
You crunch down on one of these discarded human bones, and you hear this skittering of legs speeding up and this horrible roaring, and we're going to roll initiative.
I don't want to fight a centipede.
It's horrible. It's a really horrible little thing.
My initiative's -2. That's a 3.
I got
a 22.
Even with my advantage.
Yaslin did pretty well, but she's going to do very poorly.
22.
22 for both of you two, was it? What did you get, Jay? 11. Chrissy's here. I'm not going to do things for them. But... Hera? Initiative?
3.
Okay, well,
going...
It's good to it's only initiative.
Yeah.
It's a 5 and I'm a -2 initiative, so it's a 3. So
going first
I'm doing great.
Is Lantana. You're quite deep into these tunnels and you can hear the skittering of legs approaching, but you can't see it yet. And you can feel the tunnels getting warmer and warmer.
That is not good.
I don't like that.
Don't like
And this thing, its body is like 8 foot tall, just like its body.
So it's like even taller than Naerva. Naerva's pretty
you're standing in these tunnels very comfortably. They're like 8 foot by 8 foot. 8-foot diameter body.
I don't like
It's coming towards you.
Please, not even Lantana wants to fuck with this. I'm like,
So what are you doing? You're gonna
I'm
just
just
start
gonna
running.
look at the rest of the team and just like point towards like, let's go.
Yeah, Lantana, you're the only one who knows the way out.
I know the way out. Did you say?
Yeah, because rangers can't get lost. You are the only one who knows where you are.
Thank you. Please leave
Can I
us
try
out.
to like quickly guide the rest of us out of there before we get fucking eaten alive?
You can action dash and go 60 feet, and then it's Naerva's turn. Scarf will come scurrying with you.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna do that. I'm just gonna be like,
Naerva, you can walk faster, but if you get ahead of Lantana, you won't know where you're going.
I'm gonna just. I think. Hang on. What's my walking speed? Because I can say I can just walk for this
Lantana's
turn, and I'll
gone
just
60
bring up
feet.
the back.
Yeah.
I'll just bring up the back to make sure that everyone else is ahead of me, because you're all fucking weak.
Well, currently, you walk your 40 feet. Is that all you're doing on your turn? Is you
well,
walk your
45 feet. Thank you.
Okay, you walk your 45 feet. Is that your whole turn?
Thanks.
Can I?
You can do
check
something
to see if I can figure
called-
out how close it is.
Yeah, you can do that. There's also something you can do in combat called readying an action, where you can spend your action to say a very specific thing, like, if I see the creature, I will throw a dart. Like those sort of things.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
But you could,
might do
like,
that.
bonus action make, like, a survival check to, like, listen out for it. Or perception. Survival or perception, your choice.
So I will ready action a dart if I see the thing
Yeah,
that I can't say because I'm dyslexic.
Rema has.
That thing. Yeah,
Alright.
I'm gonna ready that move and throw a dart at it like I'm at a pub. And then I'm gonna do a bonus action.
Okay,
And
survival or perception, your choice.
let me have a look which I've got.
Ooh,
better.
those hit points.
Oh.
Neither of them are better than the other. They're both +4, so we'll just go with the survival. Fuck it. 19.
It's very, very close. You think that in about 6 seconds, maybe, it's going to burst into this tunnel. And at the end of your turn, it bursts into this tunnel. So, Naerva, you can make an attack with a dart. As you see the creature's giant mouth just burst into the end of this tunnel, roaring.
My God. Okay. I'm gonna aim for its eye specifically, just because it'd be funny.
Okay. It's got 2 beady little eyes.
So we're gonna hope that it hits a 26 to hit.
I beg your
That
pardon?
hits. That'll hit, yeah.
I rolled
roll
a 19
damage.
and my hit plus is 7, so I got 26.
Fuck.
So I'm gonna guess that hits.
That hits, yes.
I should hope so. I'm gonna lob a dart into its eye for 8 damage.
Okay. I've got a question. Out of Dae, Hera, and Yaslin, who do you think was furthest ahead in the tunnel?
Not me.
Out of who, sorry?
Dae, Hera, and Yaslin, because you two have already moved.
Probably Dae.
Okay, so, sorry, Dae.
Okay.
Are you gonna get eaten by the fucking centipede?
18 to hit.
Well, that is exactly my armor
Okay,
class.
so you're gonna take, I'm gonna have to roll this on D&D Beyond.
Shit! What's the worst that goes down on one
32 damage,
Mm-hmm.
and
And
13
this
fire damage.
Still going. 32 and
then
13.
and 13. I'm gonna play Chrissy this combat, I think.
Fine.
And you are grappled as it and restrained as it bites you and is holding you in its mouth.
I'm grappled and restrained.
Yeah, it's holding you in its mouth. That's your turn.
Is the noise that Dae makes.
And it's Yaslin's turn. Yaslin has like no
Yaslin's
spells.
In the face.
Yaslin has 1 second level spell slot.
I can't make a noise as high as I'd imagine Dae would scream. Ah! Why is that as high as you can go?
Testosterone.
The way the Wi-Fi was cut out. Oh no, I was going to get a print screen of it.
It was just like,
Oh fuck!
Oh, let's get a screenshot.
Oh
Damn.
Jesus! Yaslin's kind of out of her. Yaslin's gonna shoot it. Yaslin's going to just fucking shoot this thing. She hits, which is a miracle, to be honest, with Yaslin. She does 14 damage because she just rolled max damage that she can do. And then it makes a dex save, which it fails, and she also does a d8 of fire. Yaslin. It's immune to fire, but that's fine. And then she's gonna scurry 30 feet away because she loves you, Dae, but she's not being eaten by a centipede. She shot it.
Okay, thanks, yes.
Just like, no.
She tried. An attempt was made.
Dae, you are grappled and restrained. Attack rolls against you have advantage, and your attack rolls have disadvantage. You have disadvantage on dex saves. Your speed is 0.
I would like to rate.
Yeah. You can make a strength check to try and escape, but
And
that's
I
your
would
whole action.
Like to make a strength check.
Mm-hmm.
Can it
It's with advantage because you're raging. It's athletics.
be a
Athletics with advantage. Versus this thing's athletics, not at advantage.
26.
15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. You're fine. So
Did it do it?
you break out of its mouth. If you move away, it's going to get an attack of opportunity.
I'm gonna move away still.
Okay.
I'm gonna
18 to hit.
Yeah, that's exactly on it.
You take half of 39, so 20.
Mm-hmm.
And you also take half of 7, which is 3.
Mm-hmm.
And you are grappled again.
How am I grappled?
Because every time it bites, it grapples. Hera, it's your turn. Dae's got out of this thing's mouth and then got straight back in.
How close am I to him?
You are like 10 feet away, but you can just walk up and great sword if you'd like to.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Oh boy, this is certainly a combat.
I have one word for you guys that unfortunately I know because I was on DeviantArt at a very young age.
I don't think I want to hear.
Vor. No one's been swallowed yet. Dae's experiencing hard vor right now because he's being fucking chewed on.
Yeah, so can I attack twice?
You can attack twice, yes.
Okay.
You've also got some spell slots for Divine Smite, just to let you know.
20 and
That hits.
23.
That also hits. You're going to Divine Smite these.
I'm going to Divine Smite. Can I do both?
You can do both. What level spell are you using? You have all your spell slots.
I'm going to do them both at level 2 because I want him to feel pain.
Okay, so you're going to do
First one,
2d6 and 3d8.
Okay, 2d6 and 1, 2, and 3. 20.
20 damage. Okay, roll your damage for your second one.
4, 6, 8, 13, 20 again. 40
Okay.
damage altogether.
Yeah. That's your action and your movement. Any bonus actions? This thing doesn't look that hurt yet. You bring your great sword down in these 2 glowing blasts, and it barely phases it.
Does it drop now?
No.
I don't like that.
Don't like it.
I mean, it's starting to get
No
injured.
likey, no lighty.
Bonus action.
I'm trying to see what I can do. I would try and pull Dae out, but that's not going to help him.
You could cast Shield of Faith as a bonus action and give him extra AC. That's one of your bonus action spells.
Divine Smite, do I take 2 second level slots on that?
Yeah, you spend 2 slots. What were you saying before that? We were frozen.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to do Shield of Faith.
Okay, so spend a first level spell slot, and Dae, you currently have AC of 20 while Hera's concentrating.
I'm right next to it, so I'm probably going to be next.
Chrissy
Just open
turn.
its mouth and just take me in it. Take me in.
God, the vor. There is no point in Chrissy activating Azeroth because this thing is immune to fire. It's all literally blazing with flame, and I feel like Chrissy is smart enough to notice that with an intelligence of 18.
Maybe.
So they're just gonna...
Perhaps.
It's shy. Not really.
Yeah, but it's not
I love
Shay,
them,
it's
but no.
Chrissy. Chrissy is more intelligent than Shay.
Yeah.
So they're just gonna make 2 attacks.
Yes.
One's gonna hit, one's gonna miss. They're gonna do a D8 plus 7.
Here's a
14.
miss. No, I'm going to stop.
Yeah, and it's Lantana's turn. You're 60 feet away from the rest of the party, and Dae is in this centipede's mouth. And he's looking pretty injured, huh?
Oh shit.
20 hit points.
He's on 20 hit points.
20 out of 93.
Out of 93. Crunch, munch, crunch, munch. D&D Beyond thinks this is an easy encounter, by the way, and I was like, that's not true. And I was right.
We got scrammed. Thing just scrammed
Okay,
me
so
right up.
in total, how far away am I from this thing?
70? 80?
Right.
You can longbow without You can longbow from like 120 feet without disadvantage now. Sharpshooter. Well, actually, you can longbow from 600 feet as long as you can see the thing without disadvantage. That feat is insane.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Okay, I'm just gonna try and do you guys think I should do a sharpshooter?
I mean, it's got a lot of hit points, but also it's got quite a high AC, so whatever you think.
Try it
Okay,
out,
I'm gonna
you know?
try and hit it with a sharpshooter with my longbow.
Okay, so roll to hit like normal, then -5 from whatever D&D Beyond gives you. I believe in you. This is a lot of maths. So, I'm going to assume that was terrible, yeah. You get to roll twice. You get 2 attacks. So, are you going to sharpshoot on your next one?
One on the first one.
You going to sharpshoot at this one?
So in total, I got a 6 and a 11. So sharpshooter.
Right, that's going to be 2 misses. Any bonus action? Would you like to cast Hunter's Mark, maybe? Which is a bonus action, and then when you hit it, you do more damage. Well, if you hit it, clearly. You used to roll so well. What happened?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and hit it with a Hunter's Mark.
Yeah, you don't need to roll for that. That just hits. Just spend a spell slot, and then when you do hit, it'll do more damage. Naerva,
Okay.
it's your turn. You're 40 feet away. You're 50 feet away from this thing because you're 45 feet from this thing exactly. Actually, fucking Theatre of the Mind's difficult. You're 45 feet away from it. It has Dae in its mouth, and Dae looks so hurt.
Well, shit. Let me have a quick check, see what I can actually do from this range. First off, I'm confused. So my dart thing, it's got 60 in brackets next to it.
Yeah, that
What
means
does that mean?
That means you can throw it that far, but if you're throwing it that far, you're at disadvantage.
Right. You know what? I'll see if I can throw it. Because I'm 45 away, aren't I?
Yeah. So what's the first number, the one that isn't in brackets?
20.
So you're at disadvantage if you're far away.
Yeah.
But you could walk a bit closer. It couldn't hit you from 20 feet away.
That's true. I'll walk a little closer.
So you can make 2 attacks. You can throw 2 darts.
Awesome. Let's we got a what's my plus? It's 7. We got a 20 and a
that'll hit.
25.
Both will hit. Roll your damage.
Nice. We got 7 and 6.
Okay. Any Now it's finally starting to look hurt. Any bonus actions? You're too far away to punch it.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm too far away to punch it, so... 1 second. I'm trying to read them. I cannot, because... brain. No, I won't do a bonus action.
Okay, well, on its turn, it swallows Dae.
Can I...
It tips its head back, and it just swallows Dae whole.
Is there anything I can do?
No.
I mean, I know Dae makes the joke that he's a snack, but...
Not a literal snack.
Luckily, you're not going to take any acid damage until the start of its next turn.
Oh, that's...
But right now, you are blinded and restrained in this creature's stomach acid, and it's starting to sizzle at your skin and your clothing and your lovely new winter's coat.
No, not my new winter coat.
And it's Yaslin's turn, who was about to heal you, and now she can't because she can't see you.
Sorry, Yaslin, I'm inside this guy.
Why did you phrase it like that?
Think before you speak, you queer.
Yaslin's going to cast Melf's Acid Arrow with her last spell slot.
Go, Yaslin,
Please
go.
work. I'm sorry.
Yaslin hits.
Yay!
I need to roll 4d4, which is amazing, Yaslin. 14.
That was pretty good. Well done, Yaslin.
Yeah, that's pretty
If
good.
It takes... Nope, that's not enough damage in a single turn for it to roll a saving throw. So if people do more damage to it, it might spit Dae out.
Whose go is it next?
So Yaslin does that. She doesn't have a bonus action she can use. She's out of all spell slots, so she can't heal Dae when he comes back out, but she did try to help.
It's my go next, isn't it?
And it's Dae's go.
Right, I said last session
Yeah.
that I had my axe already activated.
Yes, you do.
Because...
Yeah.
I was being cautious anyway. So,
You can make attacks against it on the inside if you want.
I'm going to argue the point that as well as swallowing me, it did also just swallow a razor blade.
Yep.
technically.
But
which should hurt it.
that's not in the rules, though, Dae. It's not in the swallowing rules. So you can roll to hit it with disadvantage because you're restrained and blind.
Will it do extra damage because I'm hitting its squishy insides?
It will do damage. And it'll have to make like a con save.
I can recklessly attack though.
You can, so then you'll be rolling normally.
19.
That hits. Roll damage. Remember to add your rage damage as well.
16.
Okay. And now it's going to make a con save, and you've got a second attack, but... it fails, and so you bring you're trembling with rage as you bring your axe into its flesh, and there's like this horrible retching noise as Dae is spat out in a puddle of bile.
Ew.
Second attack. And if you're still recklessing, so now you're at advantage because
Yeah.
you're no longer at disadvantage.
50, 22 to hit.
That'll hit. Roll damage.
10 damage.
Okay, and that is the end of Dae's turn. Hera, it's your turn. This thing is looking very hurt now, and also very angry. And I've just remembered you're supposed to take fire damage
going-
every time you hit it, but I'm not going to do that retroactively. It'll just apply from now.
Cool.
Cool.
I'm going to attack again.
Okay.
Okay. It's a. Was it add 7 or was it add 8?
I don't know, buddy. I'm not you.
Oh, it's 8. That's a 20 and a 19.
Both are going to hit, so you're going to take 9. 16 plus 9 is 25 fire damage. But roll your damage first.
Okay. My damage to it.
Mhm.
And can I divine smite it 1 at level 1 and 1 at level 2?
Yes. So you'll roll 2d6 and 2d8 for one and 2d6 and 3d8 for the other.
Okay, I'll do the 3d8 first so I remember that one. 2d6 and 2d8? Sorry?
Yeah, 2d6, 2d8 is your normal smite.
Okay, that'll be the first one.
Yep.
4, 5, 10, 17, 23 for one.
Okay.
And what was the other one? It was
2d6 and 3d8.
So it's both the same.
2d6 and 3d8 for your second one. So one more d8.
That's what I rolled for the first one.
Well, I said 2d6 and 2d8, so roll
Okay.
like this is your normal one now. 2d6, 2d8.
Okay. That's an 8. That's 13, 14, 18.
Okay. So this thing is hissing and snarling and roaring in rage, and it's barely alive, and it's Chrissy's turn, who's going to try and hit it.
I'm
Miss,
still like
I think?
5 feet
No.
from it, aren't I?
Yeah,
I'm right
but if you
next to
move, it's going to try and bite you.
I'm going to stay completely still.
So,
It might not see you if you're still.
My 6'6" body. Hello.
Chrissy just
standing
hits.
there.
To be
Ow.
fair, like 6'6" is actually tiny compared to this thing.
I
She-
know.
Chrissy
It's
kills
so
it.
giant.
Chrissy brings Azeroth down and kills it, but she takes 6 damage because she takes half fire damage because she's a tiefling. So this thing, Chrissy stabs this thing in the eyes until it dies, and its body finally slumps, and like the fire on its back goes out. This horrible creature just sort of slumps down. And we're out of initiative, but you're still in these tunnels, and there's a lot of tunnels, and it might not be the only one in here. So maybe it's time to make a fucking swift getaway.
Yeah, we're leaving.
Can I heal Dae first with lay
Yeah,
on hands?
you can heal Dae, yeah,
Thanks.
because he fucking
Cassie?
needs it.
I'll see how many I've got. I've got 25 left. Just want the whole hog of 25.
He could use it.
I mean,
Okay.
or we could just rest. But yeah,
Not in a
if we're
cave,
If
prepared.
we're gonna
Let's
rest
just
anyway.
you
Yeah, sure,
take
whatever.
you take the 25 points,
I'll take the 25 points.
and then I'm out on my next long rest. But you
Thank you
deserve it.
very much.
So
You're
Yaslin's out of spell slots, Hera's out of lay on hands, Dae is super injured,
And sticky.
and sticky,
Covered in saliva.
and acid, which
Want me to create water and get rid of it?
a spell
shower.
slot. Is that a spell slot
It is.
to wash
You'll
Dae?
also be cold. It'll freeze. 'cause
It
you're
w-
cold.
oh yeah, that'll freeze. If you cast create water in waterfall, it will freeze.
Should
It
we
will-
get somewhere warmer? And then I'll clean myself.
So you make your way back out of these
I
tunnels.
finally found a use for that spell. I give everyone a shout.
It's a
A
very
shower.
useful spell if there's like fire.
Yeah, but where's the fire in this scenario? It's ice.
Not currently. It's just a useful spell. You make your way out of the horrible, horrible tunnels back to where you were, just looking at this waterfall that the people you're tracking have clearly traversed. And now that you're aware of the tunnels, you see loads of weak spots in the ice where clearly the tunnels like come up to, and then they're sealed back up so they can burst out to unsuspecting travellers.
So I'm guessing
Let's avoid
people
those.
following didn't go through the tunnels.
They probably went up.
They didn't go through it, so they must have gone over it.
Going on a vampire hunt. We're going to catch about 6 of them. We're quite scared.
Does this look like a safe place to rest?
No! These things are ambush hunters that live in the ice.
Does it look like it'd be safer if we went up and rested?
It looks like it'll be very difficult to get up and also colder. But you could
can't
rest up
rest
there.
here. There are monsters nearby.
I mean, you can. You'll probably just get ambushed.
I don't want to get ambushed. Again. My wife nearly died the last time we got ambushed. I'm still pressed about it.
Still pressed.
Yeah.
And, you know, the longer you stay here, the more checks against cold exhaustion you're going to make.
How far away was the, little hut at the end of the tunnel?
It's like a half an hour walk back to where you came from.
Do you want to walk back there and rest there, and then once we're rested, we'll go up the waterfall?
Okay. So
Thumbs
you're
up
going to
from
make your way
Naerva.
back to where you came.
Yeah.
So, when you get back to that fork in the road, you can see, smoke. Like, the smoke from a campfire, not from, a raging fire. Coming from, where that cobbled path leads to.
We'll go there then. There's a camp?
There's a camp. There's a fire, like a contained, well cared for fire.
Who agrees we should go and befriend these campers? Yep.
Me.
Cool.
Me. I will make you fight centipedes until you go to my cottage. I actually have that prepped. I didn't just do that to try to make you go to this place. I love Roma has. I think that's so cool. So yeah, if you are all heading up this lovely little cobbled road, well, hobbling up this little cobbled road,
Yeah.
as you follow it up, there's more and more flora. There's these beautiful, well cared for plants, and you turn down a wind of this path, and you see a cottage. This lovely stone cottage with a thatched roof and a chimney where the smoke is coming from. There's these beautiful.
It's fucking albedo if it stopped doing experiments for 5 fucking minutes.
I don't know what you're talking about. There's these beautiful rose bushes. There's a marble statue in the garden.
I don't trust that statue.
It's a headless statue. Very chiseled musculature, draped in silks. But there's these beautiful rose bushes, these flowers. There's a vegetable patch. And you can hear a gentle humming coming from the cottage.
Hera.
Hmm?
A basilisk might live here.
Because there's a statue.
Because they have a statue.
Yasin's
I just look down at my leg.
statues.
Oh, wait! Out of thing. Does Yaslin know about my leg?
No, she
Anyone know
doesn't.
about my leg?
Yaslin has no idea. Everyone
go
else
pale.
does.
I go pale as shit. I'm still terrified of them. I just go pale.
Oh no!
And I just sort of look at my leg. I can see the outline of stone in my leg. Look behind my other leg, and I just start walking backwards.
Yaslin's like, are you okay?
I'm gonna go up to the door of the cottage and knock on it.
So Dae just Hera's walking away. Yasin turns to be like, are you okay? And Dae just walks right up and knocks on the door. The humming stops. There's a bit of shuffling around inside, and the door swings open, and there's this about 5'8", slightly chubby, slightly muscular elven woman with where she's got her hair tucked into a bandana and a sun hat on over that, and she's like, oh, hello.
Hi.
It's been a long time since we've had people up this mountain. Well, it's a long time since I had a visitor to my cottage, at least.
Why does she give me the same vibes as the guy from Oak and Sauna and Frozen?
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't understand any of the things that people say to me.
Yoo-hoo!
Okay.
Yeah.
She like
elf is she?
a high elf. She like peers past Dae and she's like, "Oh, you have friends
Sorry,
with
guys,
you."
gonna get done for copyright.
And then she looks at Dae again and she's like, "Oh dear, you look so hurt. Would you like to come inside? I've just made some tea."
You look so hurt after being eaten by a monster.
But yeah, she's wearing like dungarees. She's got a little sun hat on. There's like mud at the cuffs of her dungarees from working in the garden.
Oh, she's so cute.
Yes.
There are pressed flowers on her sun hat.
Can we come in?
She's like, "Of course you can, of course. Now, I would offer you to stay the night, but you'd all have to be in my living room. I haven't got any spare rooms in my little cottage."
Captain Hera.
I crossed my arms and they're shaking a little bit, but I'm looking at you.
Okay, it's a nice, pretty lady.
And she's like, "Oh, is your friend okay?
It's a kind and pretty lady. It's not scary.
Is your friend okay?"
Yeah, she got a bit scared because she have a statue.
"Oh, I'm a sculptor, darling."
You promise?
Again with the
course I
fucking
do.
basilisk.
You're not a
Fucking
basilisk.
She laughed. She's like, "I'm not a basilisk."
That's something a basilisk might say. Can I do an
insight check?
on this all then?
Are you
Sure.
gonna fucking check?
Did she just roll a deception check?
No,
A 4?
don't metagame. No, why would she be a basilisk? That's a woman. She's not a basilisk. She's an elf, and she seems very concerned for your well-being.
Okay, we'll come in.
Okay, so Dae
I'm still
walks in.
slightly shaking, but I wave. I still keep back a little bit, but I wave just to show I'm like.
Yaslin like puts her hand on your arm like very gently. She's like, "Hey, you okay?"
I don't know how honest I should be at this moment. I don't feel like a wuss.
No.
You want to say you're fine, but you're not really fine. You can't give me any tricks.
Not really.
I just hold my hand out and I just do that thing where you go.
Yeah, Yaslin's like, "Do you want to go in? We could. I mean, Dae's already walked in there like a madman, but if you want to go, we can go."
We'll go and make sure he doesn't do anything stupid.
I can't move my head, can I? It
You
hurts.
can move your head. It does hurt, but you can't move your jaw, but you can move your head around.
I'm
You
gonna
can
tilt my head
nod.
towards the door and nod, and then
It
just
does hurt
as
a
it
little.
hurts, just sort of go, and then just start walking towards the door slowly.
Okay, so
but still.
You all make your way to the cottage. She lets you in. She ushers you into her kitchen. There's a big round wooden table with these very pretty carved wooden chairs. And she's like, "Now let me. I don't know if I'll have enough mugs." And she's like rustling through her cupboards.
I have.
I
some
can't
mugs you
drink
could use.
at this moment. I can't open my mouth. I'm fine.
Yeah.
And then she looks at Hera and she's like, "Oh no, are you injured? Oh no."
Is there anything you could do to help my friend?
I was just about to offer.
We'll pay you if you need paying for.
I mean,
But she's broken.
the cost of material components would be quite helpful, but I do know the spell that could help this.
Yes, please.
Of course. I mean, a payment that would be even more fitting for me would. I mean, I've got my one sculpture. I've got a block of marble I've been waiting to carve, and I've been waiting for someone to model for it.
Who is she referring to?
She's looking at Dae.
Bit.
Daisy has gone pink.
Aww. She pours you a cup of tea. Cup of nettle tea. That's probably reminds Dae a lot of home.
Yeah.
She's pouring everyone a little mug of tea. They're not mugs, they're these very like fine china cups cups with there's a little saucer.
She's so sweet. I swear to God, if anything happens to this NPC,
It's almost every NPC.
Then she covers her mouth with one hand and she's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. That was so forward of me. We haven't even done introductions." And she like does a tiny little curtsy and she's like, "My name is Ambrosia."
Nice to meet you.
She's like, nice to meet you all. What are all of your names?
I'm Dae.
She shakes your hand very delicately. Very soft hands. And she's like, "Now, dear, I understand that you can't tell me your name right now. I will get the spell prepared, I promise. I couldn't stand to see you hurt."
I do this, I'm like, wait, and I pick up the box. I get the box out of my pocket and I'm just like, "Hi, my name is Hera."
She's like, that is an absolutely fascinating little creation. And Yaslin is just sort of looking at this woman very strangely. And she's like,
I look up at Yaslin. I'm assuming I'm sitting down.
"Yeah,
You're just proud of your wife."
I am very proud of my wife. I just look up.
Yaslin's like, Yaslin?" Yaslin looks very confused, kind of concerned.
In the same voice as the box. That's got to be weird.
In the same voice. This woman, Ambrosia, looks expectantly at Naerva and Lantana, like, "Introduce yourself."
Tell me who you are.
No.
I'm just going to kind of nod a little bit and just go, "Lantana."
She's like, "Pleasure to meet you."
I'm also going to point at Scarf and just go, "Scarf."
She's like, "Oh, what a sweet
Friend.
little thing."
Is Scarf still hurt?
He is like a little bit scraped up.
The
Okay,
nice lady have anything to help Scarf?
so Naerva just kind of goes, "Naerva, hi."
Oh, just a cute little wave. She's like, "It's very lovely to meet you."
Just holding this tiny little cup in their very big hands because they are 7 foot.
This woman is 5'8".
I imagine the roof on her cottage is quite low down.
Oh
as
yeah,
well,
you all except Yaslin probably had to stoop through the doors.
and her chairs are quite small.
And her chairs are quite small, and the table's quite low down, and you might bumping your knees a little bit, and the cups are little and delicate. You all feel like you're in like a primary school.
Dae feels very self-conscious.
Yeah,
Just holding the cup and like with the pinky out. It's like,
it's this very nice, very warming nettle tea, and she's like, "Now I can heal your friend, and maybe one of you could model for me in the morning. If that wouldn't, you could stay the night if you like. I could make dinner. It's been so long since I've had guests."
sure. Better than being out there, whatever the fuck that is.
Oh yes, it's also very cold out there, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Lovely and warm in this cottage.
Do you have a lake?
I have a bath.
A bath?
Yes.
That would be nice.
Yes.
Yes.
You can tell me what's happened to you after I've healed your friend. If you wish, of course. I don't mean to impose.
I was inside a big, long animal.
Oh dear, you encountered one of the Remahars in the mountain, up in the waterfall.
Bit me, and then it bit me, and then it swallowed me.
Oh, that is horrible. Hang on, let me go get my spell components and I'll fix your friend right up.
Thank you.
And she she puts her cup down, she leaves the room to go rummage through some cupboards.
Guys! Well, she's gone. Guys!
Yeah.
What's the consensus on this woman?
She seems okay.
I forget I have the box. He seems nice.
Yeah, so it's like,
Cute.
Yes, it's like, I don't know,
Kind lady.
Something seems
I'm
weird.
glad she's
to
not
me.
a basilisk.
Yes, she's a...
Do you think she might be a basilisk? Yes.
No, she's an elf. Elves can't be... A basilisk... They're very different size and shape.
She could peel off the elf skin and
That's
underneath
really
be
gross, Dae.
basilisk.
That's really gross. I feel like you'd notice a scale or two. God, the shit I make Yaslin just come out with sometimes. Why does she talk the way she does?
They are sort of like kind of inspecting her kitchen.
It's a very well stocked kitchen with the vegetables from the patch outside. They're all very hearty vegetables that are very clearly like selected to survive winter better. Love, like there's some kale in.
She got a cute little like wood burning stove.
She does, yeah. That's what, and the tea she poured you was from like a kettle that goes on the stove. And there's like this big stew pot that she's clearly been starting to prepare, but she like left to come attend to you.
I want to be her so bad.
There's like potatoes already chopped into it. It's like she started making dinner and then you all arrived. And she returns with like a little like this little hand woven basket that has like a little floral cloth lining on the inside, and she starts delicately taking out like these very expensive looking spell components. And she's like, now Hera darling, if you could just I need to put some of this on the injury, and then I need to perform a small ritual and I can have you fixed right up. So if you let her, Hera, this woman will start applying like these magic infused oils to your jaw.
Before I let her do that, I look at Yaslin and I just hold out my hand. Like,
Yaslin will take your hand. She'll hold your
hand. And then I just nod to the lady. I'm like, yeah, it hurts. I'm like,
it does hurt when she's like, she has to like undo the thing that's holding your jaw like in place, and then she's having to like touch your jaw to like trace these like sigils onto it. It's very painful, and she's like, I'm terribly sorry.
I squeeze Yaslin's hand, but not so much that it hurts, but just enough to be like, it fucking hurts.
As she's doing it, and she's like, try not to grit your teeth. And it takes 10 minutes. And then your jaw is healed. Magically.
Yay!
She hands you a very delicate hand-embroidered tea towel to, like, wipe the oil off of your face.
Thank you.
And she's like...
Wipe my face. Like, I don't need to be doing the hand motion.
It just feels... It's fun.
It's cozy. I do it with one hand. I'm still holding Yaslin's hand with the other one.
So yeah, this woman will put a stew on. She's got some bread. She's like got some buns, like bread rolls baking in the oven. She's making a stew. She's like, well, I milked the goats the other day, and I've got some fresh butter.
Goat.
She has goats.
I missed goat's butter.
So anyway, off the topic of licking dead goats.
She makes stew and bread rolls and fresh goat's butter, and she serves all this out on the table, and she brings out these hand-carved wooden bowls and spoons. It's like she's made a lot of bowls for a woman who lives alone.
Does Yaslin think that's suspicious?
Yaslin is just glaring at this woman. She called her wife a pet name.
I want to do it. I want to use a spell I've had for ages. Can I do it? Please?
What?
I want to purify food and drink for my wife.
Oh, that's so... Just for Yaslin, though.
Oh yeah, just for Yaslin. Fuck everyone else. Myself. Just give it away.
It's actually in like a radius, and it's a spell that specifically makes it so all food and drink that's not magical is unpoisoned. But yeah, Yaslin's been like kind of glaring at this woman ever since she called Hera darling. She's got a sulky little face.
So it's not because they're suspicious; it's just because they call them darling, like old ladies call everyone.
She called her wife a pet name. Unhappy.
But I'm gonna purify food and drink just for my wife because I want to.
Just to put her at ease.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
Can I?
Yeah, you can spend your little spell slot.
Yeah.
Do it like really subtly though, because
I want to do it so Yaslin sees it.
Well, yeah, but obviously, like, so.
Do you want your host to see it? You want
No.
Ambrosia to watch? So roll me a sleight of hand check. I'm pretty sure that's a -2.
No, you can offend.
No.
Just,
No, but can I just say?
if you fuck it up, I'll get you out of it by being like, I'll come up with a good excuse. Just like, oh, Yaslin's a dark elf and she has trust issues.
That is a 14.
That is just the truth.
Yeah, that's not an excuse. It's true. You get away with it somehow. Me being unable to roll perception checks for NPCs is how. She's like distracted serving someone else a bowl of stew while you're like doing this, and Yaslin looks a little bit emotional. Her ears twitch a little bit, and she kind of like she's sat next to you and she kind of like leans against you a little, but she's also flustered about being affectionate in front of not only your friends but also this woman she's never met.
Gay.
Yay.
Gay, homosexual, gay.
Gay, homosexual, gay. Well, that's one of my most recent stims.
Is she leaning her head on me, or is she just leaning sort of near me?
She's got her head a little bit on your shoulder. She's trying to be subtle, though.
Okay. I'm going to put my
He's
hand
not
on her
subtle.
knee, under the table, not suggestively. So I am not trying to do that.
I love the specification that there's no
Tiff's
groping
trying to
going
make
on. It's like a little
Sad.
pat.
There better not be any groping.
No, I'm just putting my hand on her knee. I'm not going to move it.
It's not weird. It's not weird. It's not making it weird.
Bestie vibes only. Bestie vibes.
When you're
Guys,
besties with your wife.
I kind of like the fact that they just assumed me and Yaslin are doing it. And we haven't.
No one.
Disappointed when he actually knows.
Yeah, as far as Dae's concerned, they're married and therefore... Does Dae think they share a room?
Yeah.
They don't. They don't even share a room.
No.
They're married. They
should.
Bed. There's a couple of things Dae would like to do.
Okay, I'd like to hear them.
May I?
Yes. You gonna ritual cast something?
Yes.
A spell from Dae!
Can I ritual cast Speak of Animals, please?
Yeah, of course. Are you gonna go and talk to her goats?
Yeah.
Can you make a perception check? Like, do you cast this in the cottage?
Yeah.
Okay, make a perception check.
7.
Okay. You can vaguely hear some, like, very, very quietly, just tiny little voices.
She might have mice.
Maybe.
That's not my place to...
You can't make out what they're saying, but you can hear just very, very, very faintly.
Scarf?
Yes.
Hi, Scarf.
Hello. Dae can currently understand what Scarf says. Because he's just cast Speak with Animals. He's like, you understand me? You understand, Scarf?
Yeah. Hi.
Hi.
I can speak with you for a little bit.
We can just hear squeaks and we're like,
Yeah.
Am I speaking?
No, you're talking
Well,
normally
I'm
and Scarf
hearing
is
what
squeaking
you're
in response.
saying.
I could just hear squeaks and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, Lantana speaks ferret, so they understand what's going on.
I'm just kind of looking between Scarf and Dae, and I'm like, what's happening?
I cast Speak of Animals.
So that means if Lantana spoke ferret, which she's fluent in currently, Dae would understand her. You can all just sit
We
and
can
squeak
talk.
at each other.
Hi, Lantana.
Wow.
Hi.
Actually translate what I'm
And
saying. in
Lantana
perfect
currently understands Dae perfectly. Like, there's no translation issue because you understand that your main language is ferret and he's currently speaking with animals, so like you don't misunderstand the things he's saying for the first time ever.
As soon as I notice I can actually understand fully what he's saying and he's speaking ferret, I'm like,
Hi.
what?
Hi. I can speak with you for a bit. Like this. if you are.
So
don't know how
I'm
long
gonna
that
say
lasts.
in Harriet, so you
What?
understand just like what the actual fuck is happening right now. How can
So,
you suddenly speak
For
Harriet?
Hera and
I
Naerva,
think
they're
now.
just all squeaking except Dae.
Hi, Scarf.
Hello? Is that all you say?
No, I can say other things. How you doing?
I'm okay, I'm still a little bit scratched. And it was cold out there, but now it's warm.
Do you want, healing?
I want some of your bread.
You can have some of my bread.
Give me your bread. And
I
he
feed
just
Scarf my
puts his
bread.
little paws on your lap. Bread!
Lantana, do you mind me feeding your ferret?
Go ahead.
That's my sister.
That's great.
He's a dumb baby. He's very young and very stupid. Scarf doesn't have much productive to say, but you can understand the things he says.
Nice.
Yep.
So, do you two, Lantana, Scarf, do you want to go talk to the goats with me?
Okay.
You won't be able to understand it, but sure.
Yeah, they won't understand.
I can translate.
Wow.
You can
Okay.
translate from goat into ferret.
God,
Yeah.
this is going to be weird.
So, after we've eaten,
Yeah.
I guess, like, I'm after cast it again, but I want to go and take the ferret and Lantana if she
Okay.
wants to come, and we can speak to the
The
goats.
ferret. It is Scarf.
He has a name.
Ambrosia puts on like a second pot of tea, like while Dae's leaving, and she's like, "He has quite a strange spell. I mean, sometimes I talk to my plants, but you know."
Everyone
These
talks their
people have
plants,
plants.
just not everyone's plants respond
She
to
can
them.
cast the spell Speak to Plants. Her plants do respond
Could
to
she
her.
teach me that spell?
No, that's not how your class works, buddy.
I hate that.
I know.
Did she make the bowls for her plants?
Did she have a
She
little
has
tea
a
party with her house plant?
No, did she have a
Maybe.
tea party with her plants?
She's lonely. She
Why-
lives on a mountain on her
Give her
own.
a hug. Give her a hug.
So meanwhile, Dae, Lantana, and Scarf go out. There's a little goat pen. There's like 3 goats. They're all like, nah, and what they're saying is, food!
Hi guys.
How do you talk?
Spell. I cast a spell.
What's a spell?
Oh, it's something to do with this. I should have paid more attention. There's this person who lives maybe in the sky. I don't know.
How would you live in the sky? There's no ground.
And they control the seas.
Why do they live in the sky and
Storm?
not the sea?
I don't know. And they control the earth as well. And you're supposed to put stuff in the ground and thank them when you take stuff out the ground, but I always forget. Anyway,
I don't get it.
They make it so I can talk to you sometimes really useless. They make my sister do all sorts of cool things.
Okay.
But I can just do this. Anyway,
Are you explaining the basics of magic to a goat?
yeah.
To 3 goats.
You're teaching a class. You could be a magic university professor.
Dae is a professor who tries to teach farm animals magic. Post-campaign goals.
Can I? Could these goats become
There is
like
a
little wizards?
There's a spell that can give animals human intelligence. You can awaken an animal and make them as intelligent as people. So yes, and then they can learn magic.
Hey, goats, this is Scarf.
Hello.
No, CJ, you've given him too much power.
They look at Scarf and they go, "You are too big." Meh.
Don't be rude.
Meh.
Goats, this is Lantana.
You are also big. Meh. Lantana and Scarf don't understand unless you translate.
Lantana and Scarf, the goats are calling you big.
What Scarf is like, I
I
am
like
big.
noticeably get proud about that.
Scarf is like, yes, we are big.
Yeah, sure. Anyway,
Goat's like, what do you want? Dinner.
the lady who owns you, I'll pick some grass and feed it to the goats as I'm talking to them.
One of them bites your hand a little bit.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on anymore.
The lady who owns you,
Yes.
is she nice?
Yes.
Is she kind to you?
She gives us food.
Goats.
Yes. Meh.
Is there anything we need to know about the woman who owns you?
She gives me the scraps from the potatoes. Meh.
That's great.
She talks to the plants, but she never talks to us like this. Meh.
Maybe she should learn to talk to you. That'd
Yes.
be nice.
And I can tell her when I want dinner. Meh.
Yes.
Why am I role-playing a goat?
The sculptures that she does,
Yes. Meh.
she makes those out of marble.
Yes.
She doesn't make them out of people.
The statues are people. Meh.
She's a woman, right?
Yes, I think.
She's an elf?
Yes.
She's not a reptile.
No.
She doesn't have scales.
Sometimes.
What? Right, Lantana,
Yeah.
Scarf.
Yes.
The goats just said that sometimes the nice lady in the cottage has scales.
Sorry, did you
That's
say
not very Catherine of her.
Scales. Wait, no, clarification, goats.
Yes.
When you
Meh.
say scales, do you mean in the way that, like, a lizard or a snake has scales?
Snake.
Like,
Scales like
Meh.
baking scales.
yeah, like, on, not like the sort of scales that you measure your flour and your sugar with when you're baking.
I don't know what that is. Meh.
No,
Is
they
it
said
like
they said like a snake.
Scaly women, scaly people, like the snake people,
Is Hera
or is she an elf?
Or is Hera in the kitchen?
No.
Yeah, Hera,
No, this is me openly thinking about this as an open thought to the group.
she's a snake.
Meh.
She's a snake sometimes. When she has scales, where are they?
I'm a goat. The scales.
Like here?
There are some under the clothes and under the hat. Meh. Lots under the hat. Meh.
Oh!
Ah!
Looking at Hera might have been right to cast
Friends under the hat. Meh.
Friends under the hat, you say?
Meh.
Oh, Medusa looking motherfucker, right. Right. Oh, shit.
I'll convey this
You're gonna tell me
Will
information
Dane
to
model to
Scarf
be a
and Lantana.
sculpture? Will Dane model for a statue, she says.
Fuck no!
In the morning, will you model for a statue, Dane? The other one doesn't have a head.
Shit.
You might have been right to purify the food, Hera.
But she only did it
Only
for
for one
Yaslin.
person. The rest of us are fucked.
Anyway. So what are you
We
saying
might have
now,
to sneak
Dane?
out in the middle of the night so that she's not sus.
Oh, I wanted you to come here so bad.
With ourselves, she will be sus. Still no.
Yeah, because if we just up and leave after talking to the goat, she'll be like, what? So we're gonna have to like leave in the middle of the night so that it's not suddenly you know what?
Meanwhile, Naerva, Hera, and Yaslin don't know this and are like sat having tea with this woman.
Chatting.
She's like,
Oh my
so, you got into an encounter with the Remahas. You must have been very strong if you managed to survive that. Or, I mean, you were quite scathed.
Well,
Yeah.
Just
I mean,
you
they
know
got
nothing.
swallowed whole by the thing.
yeah, that's
That
true.
is that's such a tragedy.
Yeah, I mean, he's here now, so it's great. But still, it was shocking to see him just go. And then be
Yeah.
thrown up with bile and acid. It wasn't pretty.
That does not sound very nice at all.
No, it really wasn't. You know, it just
Sure wasn't
wasn't
good.
really that good. It's up there with some of the worst experiences I've had recently.
I was gonna say, didn't you literally
Only
break an
up
into
there?
a church and then find someone dead?
Well, to be fair, I had drank 9 gallons of ale at the time. I was kind of out of it, so that's nowhere near the top of the list.
Someone that's very bewildered.
Starting to feel sorry for this Medusa, actually. Just about with us.
It's friends under the hat.
You know,
Yeah.
I still count that basilisk we met on that island still key. You know,
Oh, you've met a basilisk.
heightened at the top of that list. Yeah, it wasn't fun. Wasn't
They're
fun.
fascinating little creatures.
Fascinating is a word.
Fascinating, but they can kick your ass.
Yes, quite.
Yeah, can also turn part of you to stone.
It's just like, yes, they can.
Yeah.
I knew a woman once who had quite a nasty run-in with one.
How'd it end for her? She alright?
Well, one of her friends had to carry a stone body to a church to find someone who could fix it.
Right.
And when they got to the first church, the priests there weren't powerful enough, so they had to go all the way up to the capital.
Wow. I feel a lot lucky about the way I turned out after that incident. You know, I just was half stone.
Although we should probably mark that place on the map, considering the amount of stupid shit you guys get yourself into.
Yeah.
It's like, well, my friend was cured up in Downcore. Of course, the elven capital, of course.
Yeah. Do they have any scars? Do they have any scars you know about from it?
No, the clerical magic completely cures it. Meanwhile, at the goats...
Right. Talking about this.
Right, Lantana, Scarf. Let's go back in there. Wait until the lady's asleep before we break it to the rest of the group, and then plan our escape.
That's a good idea.
Also, you know she's an elf and therefore will only sleep for 4 hours.
Hopefully, we should be safe.
We've got to time this impeccably well.
Yes.
Wait for
But I also really need to sleep. But...
Yeah. Most of you could do with a long rest as well. What a lovely place you
The
could be
Dae's the one that
resting.
knows all of this, so they can't sleep yet. Not until we get somewhere actually safe.
Okay, yeah, I'll go back into the cottage.
So you head back in and they're all still sat at the kitchen table.
Hey!
chatting.
Yaslin
Hey!
looks up and she's like, hi, Dae. Did you have a nice talk with the goats?
Yeah, they didn't really. Just kind of want to say hi, you know. I had goats back home when I was a child. Used to talk to them quite regularly. All goats sort of really... All they ever say is they're hungry, really. That's it. But it was nice, yeah.
To be fair, maybe I was a goat in a past life, because that's the only thought I have, like, 9 times out of 10.
She's like,
Yeah.
oh, I could make a dessert, dear, if you're hungry.
I'm joking, it's fine.
This is very forward.
Yes.
But would you mind if I used your kitchen?
Oh, I'm very precious about it. What for?
Like, not too much space. Like, I'll only do something little. But like, I'd like to. Like, I have my own stuff as well. It's just like I'd like to prepare some little snacks that me and my friends could take on the road.
Oh, that's very sweet. Of course you can. You can help yourself to any of the ingredients in my fridge.
Thank you.
My ice box. It's not a fridge. You prepare. I can't read. As part of a short rest, you cook special food for everyone, and at the end of the short rest, anyone who eats it can gain an extra D8 hit points for their.
I was
going to
say, I've got a healer thingy as well, if they wanted me to use that.
You also make free chef treats that can be used to gain temporary hit points. Free temporary hit points, I think. Yeah. As a bonus action, you could eat one of these little treats and get some temporary HP.
I will make both those things.
Okay, so you all take a short rest.
I make like some little like granola bars.
Cute. I love this little cottage I prepped so much.
I love her aesthetic. I'm just a bit scared of her.
You just think she's also terrifying.
Yeah. Which makes her even prettier.
She is very pretty. You can normally tell elf ages really easily. You've got no idea how old this woman is.
Scary.
So yeah, you all take a short rest. She sort of potters around. She's like cleaning up. She does the washing up while like Dae gets ready to cook. And she's like, when you're finished cooking, she's like, no, let me wash up, Dae. Let me wash up. You're my guest.
Okay. I'm not going to argue with her. Usually
It feels
I
so
would be like,
bad
"No,
that
I'm
she's
gonna
so
do it."
sus.
Can you roll me another perception check?
Who?
Dae.
Uh-oh.
just like when you first walked back in with the last bit of your speak with animals on, I want to see if you hear anything.
12.
So you can hear the voices again. You still can't hear what they're saying, but they are very clearly coming from under like that sun hat. So wrapped in that bandana under that hat is something that's talking. A lot of little voices.
I really
that's
want to talk to them.
Well, your speak of animals runs out.
Yeah, and like she'd notice if I just started having a conversation over her.
Yeah, she would. Aslan's still exhausted because you don't regain that on a short rest. Sleepy girl. Yaslin is visibly tired. Her ears are drooping a little bit and her eyes keep drifting shut. I love her.
Yaslin, do you need to trance?
Probably.
Do you want to? Sorry, ma'am. Nice lady.
Yes, hello there.
We're very tired.
Of course, I can go find some spare linens. I can set my living room up for you, but that's all I can offer you, I'm afraid. I only have one room.
That would be lovely, thank you.
She like heads off and she comes back with like all these bundles of blankets and pillows and she's like, now I can leave you to set up. I normally don't go to bed till much later. 4 hours of sleep, you understand.
Yeah.
I like to get up with the sun.
What time roughly would you say you usually fall asleep?
Well, I tend to aim for about 4 hours before dawn, but dawn's always changed. 4 hours from now.
Okay, yeah, just like because obviously, so I don't want to be making too much noise.
Don't want to disturb you.
Around now, and then like
I
don't
understand.
Oh wait, thank you. If you leave us to it, I think.
Of course,
yes,
I might potter about in the garden. I've got a book I need to be reading.
Okay, have fun.
And she'll
enjoy your book.
She leaves you with all this bedding in her living room. She does pick up like a book off a side table. And she heads out. And you're all alone in the living room.
How close to sleep is Yaslin at the moment? She's still leaning.
She is just sort of like you've been moved. She's like you've been ushered into the living room, and she's just kind of she's still like standing, but she's like, you know when you're like really tired and you start to like you're like sat in a chair and you start to slump down a bit and then you jerk awake. She's doing that but stood up.
Yaslin, lie down.
Babe, babe, you alright?
Chance. You need to chance.
I'm really tired.
Okay. If she starts to go forward again, I'm just gonna pick her up.
Just put her on a sofa somewhere.
Yeah.
There's a sofa.
I'm
There's
gonna
like
sit
2
down
armchairs.
and she's gonna sit on my lap. I'm gonna hold her while she sleeps. Make sure she's warm
Okay.
and cozy.
Okay.
She is
And
very
then I'm
tired.
gonna sleep because I am fucking tired.
The minute you
gonna
sit down, Yaslin does just fall asleep.
Alright, so as soon as Yaslin's asleep, I'm gonna be like, guys, who's awake still? Who's awake still?
I'm close. I'm listening, but I'm this close. Just, you know.
Lantana, are you awake?
Yes.
Scarf squeaks at you like he thinks you can still understand him. But you can't. And
Lantana, what's Scarf saying?
he's saying, I'm awake. He wants to be involved now. He thinks Dae understands him. Because he's dead and he doesn't know what a spell is.
Lantana, will you explain to Scarf that I love him, but I currently can't understand him, but I'll be able to understand him later again?
Okay, I will just completely repeat what he just said to me in
Scarf. Tail droops a little bit and he's like, okay.
I'll give him a little pet.
He loves pets. You don't have to pet me. That's weird.
Who's awake? Anyone else awake? Captain, you awake? Naerva, you awake?
Barely.
I don't mean to alarm either of you, but I feel like we need to get out of here. The goats told me something very disturbing.
What prophecy did the goats share with you?
What did I say?
The goats said that the nice lady has lots of scales on her head.
Okay.
What, like a producer or something?
You've never heard of a Medusa. Just mark that one down.
As Dae.
You can all roll an Arcana check to see if you've ever heard of a Medusa. But I mean, Yaslin would have, but she's sleeping. They're from the Underdark. Why are so many things from the Underdark? Why are there so many monsters down there?
18.
Wait, Arcana was that? I rolled the wrong dice.
Okay, I'm waiting for everyone's results before I say things.
Can Scarf roll one?
No, he's a ferret.
17.
Oh, yeah, I got more than you.
So only Hera knows
Lantana,
this,
what did they...
even though Naerva got a 17. On that 18, Hera knows this is that some elves, it's an exclusively elven problem, in search of immortality, become cursed, and their hair is replaced with snakes, and they gain the ability to petrify people, turn them to stone, and it is rumoured
I suddenly become very awake. Like, what?
It's that using their ability is optional, but it's rumoured that if they see their own reflection, they're unable to prevent themselves being turned to stone.
Okay. Repeat again. That again. What?
The goats said, well, I asked the goats if the lady has scales, and by that I was like, not like scales like what you bake with, but instead scales like what a snake has, and they were like, yes, snakes, and I was like, where? And they were like, sometimes under her clothes, but lots on her head, and they also said that there was lots of friends on her head. I don't know what that means really, but it doesn't sound good.
I'm very quiet because Yasmin is asleep and I don't want to wake her up. I'm like...
And you don't want Yaslin to know that she was right.
We can't let Yaslin know she was right.
Yaslin keeps having so many I told you so moments with Hera.
We can have this one! We can fucking have it! It's just asleep!
She's sleeping.
So, you guys remember that basilisk from before?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's essentially like that, but optional. Like, she can or she can't. The offer
she
made,
chooses
Right,
when
so
to
she
use
could be
it.
chill, but
the offer she made to have you to be sculpted might have been a bit more literal than just sculpting you. It might have been making you a statue.
And the other one doesn't have a head.
I mean, did we see a block of marble when we walked in? Because if it's the size of Dae...
There was a block of marble, like in the garden.
She might be a sculpture as well.
Do you really want to take our chances like that right now?
No.
I think I'd look quite pretty as a sculpture.
And dead?
I want you to fucking be petrified. Why not undo that would take way too long.
We would just leave you here as a garden gnome.
I wouldn't. Okay,
I'd be a garden elf, thank you.
Okay, Dae. Do you have a plan? Or are we just staying here and taking the risk that we could all be statues?
I was probably going to trance and then leave after 4 hours because she'll probably be asleep then. But also that doesn't give you guys a chance to rest.
Okay, if everyone else wants to take a short rest, I will stay on watch. Another one. I will happily stay and watch because I'm not getting any sleep with a fucking petrifier in the house. I don't care. I still have the scars on my leg from before. I'm not sleepy. Point where you realise the whole ordeal might have affected her a little bit more than she was letting on. But
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
so
pretty
we're taking
obvious.
a short rest and then skedaddling so we can take a proper long rest somewhere that's not here.
Yeah, Dae wants to sleep for 4 hours.
Well, no, I don't want to sleep for 4 hours. I just want to wait until she's asleep for us to leave, because if she sees us leaving, she might know that we
Yaslin's
know, and then
asleep.
she might attack us.
is she
Okay,
asleep
okay.
or is she in a trance asleep?
Well, she's trancing. She doesn't
Oh,
sleep.
she does sleep.
Oh, not on purpose. Never on purpose.
I want her to sleep.
Well, if she sleeps, it's going to take 8 hours.
Not this time, though. I just want to know if she can do it.
She can.
I want her to sleep again. Because it's cute.
Yeah, she's
That's so
trancing,
groggy.
and every time
She's
someone
not too
talks a
groggy in
bit
the
too
morning, I
loudly,
know
her
that.
ears twitch. Every time someone's voice goes a little too loud, one of her ears twitches.
She's so cute.
Are you saying that? Is that just you?
Was that Dae or Jay?
Probably Dae.
I'd like to mumble a little, yeah, she is, under my breath.
She
But-
is.
Oh well, fuck it. She's my wife.
I
I can be adorable.
like to trance, maybe. I feel a bit sore. A bit.
Yeah, you do that, I'll stay on Petrify Watch.
Would I have
Yeah,
time
I'll
to
say-
trance and also use this woman's bath? Or can you say I've already used her bath?
You could have had a bath.
Yeah, because I don't want to be sticky either.
Dae's had a bath at some point. It's just happened. We don't need to cover that. Well, she ran you a nice bath. It was very warm.
Is it nice? Did she have bath salts?
She did. She did have bath salts.
I want to be her so bad, but like minus the snakes.
Yeah, she is cursed. But, like, she's very nice.
I am going to take a long rest if nobody objects.
Okay.
No,
Go on.
I'm going to apply long rest for Yaslin. She's going to recover her level of exhaustion. That's nice.
am I going to gain a level of exhaustion from
No.
not sleeping?
No, you could sleep in the future. You're not going to gain any exhaustion yet. But Dae and Yaslin have a nice cozy trance in a lovely warm room. There's lots. She's given you basically like the setup to have like a little sleepover, and she's left you in her living room, and you're all like, "How do we leave? How do we get out of
I
here?"
feel so guilty.
Pillow
I feel like I'm being
Pillow
like racist. Like she can't help it. She might not want to petrify me.
Oh, this is fun.
I'm sorry, I don't know if she would do that, but I'm terrified. I'd rather just leave.
Yes, let's. As soon as Snake Lady is trancing, we get out of here.
So,
Yep.
Dae and Yaslin trance. Hera, while you're keeping watch, you can roll me a perception check.
Brilliant. So, okay, not that bad. It's an 8. It's not
So
great.
you hear the occasional like footsteps moving around the house, but that's about it. You're probably on edge the whole time, Bo.
Yep. Just with Yaslin like in my lap, just asleep.
Yeah. Head on your shoulder, got like a handful
Yeah.
of your coat, like a fucking baby.
Baby girl.
Jesus. Lesbian behaviour, anyway. So Dae and Yaslin wake up.
Okay. I wake up. I'm like, right. I'm not stoned. That's good.
Yaslin's like, what are you talking about?
Oh
Dae?"
yeah,
Huzzah!
like, you were asleep.
Yeah, I was trancing, yes.
Mm.
Yeah,
Who's gonna fill
something
Yaslin
we
in?
are. I will do that. You guys get ready to go. Right, babe. Listen to me. We're leaving in a minute because this lady is. Do you know what a Medusa is?
Yaslin goes pale. Oh!
Yeah. So
Oh.
just in case, I don't want to. I don't want to assume she's an evil person, but I'm petrified, so we're just gonna leave.
Well, you would be, but sorry, that was really inappropriate. I've been awake for like 2 seconds.
Just thought, fill you in now. We'll get going. But yeah, just thought
That was me.
so we're leaving in a few minutes.
Okay.
You okay? You're not tired anymore? You're sleeped up?
Yeah, I've chanced. I'm fine. You all sleeped up. That was so cute.
I forgot words. I'm actually an idiot. She's in love and she's an idiot.
Okay, so what are you all up to now? What's the plan?
Can we hear where she is now?
Perception check. If you want to listen out for her, anyone can do this. That's a perception check.
Hey!
19.
Let me check
7.
what my perception is. It's 17.
So Naerva and Hera hear well, you've probably been listening for a little while now, and like a couple minutes ago you had a door closing, and you haven't heard any sound in the house since.
Do you think she's
I
trying to
think she's asleep. I heard a door close and nothing's been moving since then.
Was it them going in the room or out the room? That's why I am scared.
I assume we would have heard something if it was out the room. I've been hearing her a lot moving around over the past 4 hours.
Okay. So we presume that they're done with their... Wait, it was 4 hours?
Mm-hmm.
Does trancing usually include
Trancing
sleepwalking?
takes 4 hours, and that is a full long rest for elves. But everyone else has to sleep for 8 hours.
But she said that she was moving around for 4 hours.
Yeah, so she was moving around for 4 hours. So trance and elf has to lie down and be still.
So she's just started her trance. So she should be out of action for 4 hours.
But you also know that elves are semi-aware during their trance. A lot more aware than people are while sleeping. If Yasmin wasn't so exhausted, she'd have probably heard that whole conversation while she was trancing. Is how aware they are.
Yep.
Oh boy, okay.
So we've got to be very stealthy, which we are notoriously not very good at.
Yeah.
We being...
Me.
Yeah.
-2.
Is there anything we can do to make Hera more stealthy?
You've already got special armour.
I can't do anything else.
-2 then?
Her dex is really bad.
Me
That's
being
the
really
stats.
shit at stealth.
She has a -2 dexterity.
Should we just leave?
I'm just gonna hope that you roll high then, I guess.
If not, I will sacrifice myself for everyone else. I will stay behind and let her fucking have me. I'm terrified, gotta do it.
Yaslin's like, you absolutely will not be doing that.
Excuse me. It's my
Wow, that
decision.
woke her up, didn't it?
Excuse me. Just in my laptop. What the fuck do you think you're doing?
She's probably
That's what
stood
I'm
up at this point.
Excuse me. I think this is my decision. And weren't you asleep, my friend?
I'm awake now, and I feel like just deciding to sacrifice yourself isn't just a you decision.
Okay. I'm not doing this now.
Have your marriage counselling later. First, we don't want to be a statue.
I think when we're talking about this, we should be whispering.
I am whispering.
Stage whispers.
Yes, stage whispers.
You can just say you are whispering because we have mic issues.
Yeah.
Jay.
We are whispering.
Okay.
Don't make my life
We're
hard.
whispering.
So, who's gonna try and sneak out first?
I have good stealth.
Naerva,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm the
Naerva's
least
good.
likely to fuck it up first. With my +7 on stealth.
Oh, you got a plus. God, that's really good.
It's
Great
my wisdom and proficiency.
It's dex and proficiency, but your dex and wisdom are the same.
Dex and proficiency. Yeah.
Yeah. Proficient in stealth.
So,
What? That makes one of you.
so yeah, I got a 24.
Yeah. So you sneak out into this corridor. You avoid any creaking planks of wood, on the lovely wooden floor. You see, all the candles have been put out. Now it's night time. There's the stairs leading up to the very small loft room. Closed doors. You can see you see a tiny bit of light coming out from like under the door at the top of the stairs, and then it's doused. And it's pitch black, but you've got your goggles now, so
Goggle.
So you can see in the dark.
Yay!
But yeah,
I don't
You
have
can-
to have someone cast dark vision for me.
yeah, you
Yes,
can make your she doesn't have to constantly cast dancing lights, so you can just make your way up to the door. There's a cute little welcome mat.
I'm just like,
Little
if I
shoe
can
rack with some
open the
boots.
door quietly, can Hera roll with advantage?
Probably not.
No, just
Hera
hear me
can
out.
roll with advantage if there's a distraction going on in some way. Like maybe if like the goats were making noise or something like that.
Can I go touch the goats again?
You could go ask the goats to scream.
Yes.
But that also might wake
Okay.
her up. That might
You've
make her
got
go,
stealth.
what's wrong
Here's
with
the
my
plan.
goats?
Here's the plan. So if I'm going to the door first, I'll open the door real quick and real quiet because I'm good at that, and then Dae can go out, stand around the corner from the goat so that he's not making noise yet. What's happening?
It said. Sure.
Sent a meme.
It's
I'm
alright.
gonna have to edit this into an episode now.
Yes, we are, because it's a good meme.
It's a good meme. Thank you for your memes.
Thank you for your memes. Thank you very much for the memes, Tiff.
I love your contributions there.
When you're playing a quiet character, you have to work on the memes in the background.
Yeah. That's typically what I do.
So yeah,
So Naerva sneaks up
so
to
yeah,
the door and
basically the
opens
plan.
the door.
I'll go first. Dae will come after me. Make sure that
Stealth
we're ready
check
to
from
set up the
Dae.
diversion if Hera falls through.
Yes.
Yeah. If Hera starts making noise, then you'll get the goats going.
So I'll have a
Yeah.
talk to goat spell cast.
Yeah, okay.
If I
And roll,
face, I
roll
could
stealth.
imagine myself just tripping on a rug and face planting the floor. I can see it happening.
10.
I can see it.
I didn't bother rolling perception with Nerva's roll, but I'm going to have to because Dae just rolled a 10. What's her wisdom? That is exactly a 10. So I'm going to raise her alert level, which is how we're doing this. I need to draw some clocks. Ooh, some snails kissing. Why have I got a post-it note with snails kissing on it? Whatever.
I don't like this. I feel like she's waking up.
We do this. We colour 1 success, 1 failure. Okay.
How
I've
many
got-
of these do we get?
You don't know that, do you? So, Dae makes Dae, like, when he's making his way to the door, he stumbles a bit on the welcome mat and it screeches, like this little shoe rack next to it, a boot falls down.
I do not feel very welcome.
Like a boot falls off this little mat onto the floor, there's a little thud.
Okay.
Dae gets out of the house.
Lantana, you want to go next?
Sure, what am I rolling?
Roll a stealth. I'll roll for
Stealth.
Scarf.
Scarf it to
roll
pitter patters.
Mhm.
Okay.
Scarf
Higher
does
than a
pretty
10.
well.
I got 13.
When you roll kind of low, I roll a perception with disadvantage for her. What is happening? So it's not always going to be a 10 DC. I might roll high. 7, 8, 9, 10. That's an 11 I just got.
Thank God.
That's below the 13, which is good.
That's 2.
You made
because
it.
Scarf counts. Okay. It's just Hera and Yaslin here now, and she's like, I'm going with you, you know, I'm not you can't say things like you're gonna stay here. I'm by your side. Takes your hand. She's not going without you. So if you're going, you're both making a stealth check.
What?
Yaslin is
Okay.
not leaving this room until you go too.
Fair, we'll do it together. Come on.
Self checks. She doesn't have disadvantage anymore because she's had a little nap. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
15 from Yaslin. What did Hera get?
Oh no, Harriet, what did you roll?
Tell me.
You know, that's why.
Oh, it's a minus. I rolled a 3. It's 1. It's 1.
Okay, well, I'm going to roll a perception with disadvantage, aren't I? The light comes back on in her room. But Hera and Yaslin are out of the door, but the light, like a candle, has been lit upstairs. You can see like a bit of light coming out of like the loft window.
Goats.
Hi, goats.
Hi.
Hi,
Meh.
goat.
They're like, I am sleeping. Meh.
I'm so sorry to wake you.
Goat stands up.
Um,
Food.
I'll feed him some grass.
I can get my own grass. Meh.
I don't really have anything else. I'm
Meh.
sorry.
Meh.
Do you want to be really loud?
Yes! And then they just start bleating.
Bah!
They are just yelling at the top of... Those goats are just bleating
Bah!
really loudly. And you hear footsteps starting to come down the stairs now.
Bah! Let's go. Wait, I will... Are the goats like in a pen, or are they tied up?
They're in a pen, yeah.
I will open the gate.
Open the gate and the goats just spill out, like, and they immediately start heading like towards the house, like kitchen.
Go and get your own food.
Food!
I think she has leftover
They're,
soup, some
they're
leftover
bleating
bread.
really loudly. One of them picks up the boot Dae knocked over.
It's like, is this food?
And just starts munching on that, because it's a goat, that's all they do. Are you all going to make a break for it, basically?
Yeah.
Are you going quietly, or are you running?
we're running. I don't care.
Yeah, she's had us already.
Okay,
Running.
so you all
She's
basically
got
make
goats in her
What did I
kitchen.
ask what I did? Because I rolled a 1. I just fall over.
She might have just fell over.
Just fell, hit the deck. I do.
And then Yasin was like, oh, and Yasin gently helps you up.
I'm not very stealthy, I'm sorry.
The lack of sleep
So I know.
surprisingly got to you, even though you don't have a level of exhaustion.
Yet.
Yeah, I tripped over the carpet and just hit the deck.
So you'll
I
basically
can just
make a break
imagine a
for
herd
it.
of goats just screaming food instead of replacing the bleats. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that's what Dae can hear. The rest of you hear bleating. It's really irritating, Dae.
Yes, guys, food.
But yeah, you will make a run. Where are you going?
Oh shit.
Where are you going when you run? Back towards the hut? Back towards the waterfall? It's dark out now as well.
Back towards the secret tunnel, to the church.
Okay.
I'm guessing.
So
Yeah.
you run. And you make it back to this little tunnel. You make it back to the you make it back to this hut that has this trapdoor and this tunnel. When you, I'm gonna. Are you all running at like a full sprint the whole way?
Yep.
Yeah.
I am.
On saves. If Yaslin gets a level of exhaustion again, it's gonna be so funny.
Con.
Yaslin's fine.
23, 24, 25.
Okay,
17.
you're fine.
Whoa!
And
I got a 15.
You're fine. Just Hera gains a level of exhaustion.
yeah. How do I add that on?
So under conditions, scroll down to the very bottom. Like there's a section that says conditions. You click on that.
Got it.
Scroll down to the bottom.
1.
Exhaustion level 1. You have disadvantage on ability checks.
Wait.
So you make it to this little hut. Yaslin's like, that was far too close.
Okay.
Well, that was fun.
Hera, you're out of
She
breath and
made a
like
good
the stone in your legs probably hurting you.
I just sit down and I just start gripping my leg like ow, 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 ow.
Yaslin's immediately like on the floor next to you. Like, you okay?
And that,
Okay.
like,
Hang on.
I don't think I can
just-
do the leg, or am I just sitting there, just like ow, ow, ow,
I'm checking what potions Yaslin has today.
holding the stone in my leg.
Yaslin like rummages through her pack and she's got like a little poultice. And she like hands it to you and she's like, "This could help, maybe?"
Right, do I just drink it?
It's a poultice. That means you put it on the place that hurts.
Okay. I roll up the trousers. And I just
Are you showing your wife your ankles for the first time, you whore?
shut up.
Just don't say that.
No.
I was gonna
No,
fucking
come on.
say, if David just called Hera a whore, I was gonna lose my mind. Day voice, you whore. They would never.
They would never.
You fucking shit though. I put the stuff on my leg. Does it help?
It does help with the pain. You're also gonna regain some hit points.
Nice. Is this a healing salve?
It is in fact a healing salve. 5, 6, 7, 8 hit points.
Nice. Still holding there, but I'm just like, thanks. That's better.
This is the first time Yaslin has seen this, but she's not going to ask any questions because she can see you're in pain and stressed. So she's just going to... Last time you were in pain, you took her hand, so she's just going to, like, take your hand.
Okay.
Just sort of sits on the floor next to you.
Okay.
Gay,
Holds your
gay,
hand.
homosexual, gay.
Gay, homosexual,
Has
gay.
everyone else seen my leg? I feel like they haven't, but at the same time...
I mean, they're all aware it happened to you, but I don't know how many of them have actually saw, like, the remains of what happened to you.
I thought you were going
I
to
never
say
have.
they're all aware that you have a leg.
I mean,
all aware I have stone
We do
in
know.
my leg. I don't think any
Naerva
of
probably
them have
knows,
seen it.
because they're a ship doctor, and they do have to do checkups, and although you're the captain, as medical officer, they can outrank you in medical cases.
I can't just be like, the fuck away from me, I'm not going to the dentist, and they're just like,
Going to the tent.
Basically, I'm just like, you want to try?
I could only think of dentists. I know the doctor, but...
But yeah,
Is never qualified to look in my mouth.
yes.
That sounds so awkward.
They're also, like, the closest your ship has to a therapist, but I feel like they're avoiding that role. They're like, I don't know what you're talking
Yeah,
about, I don't do that. We don't do that here.
No, because every time they come to me for therapy, then they would probably be back like the next day. Like you'll never
Nobody
fucking
in
guess
everyone
what.
in this group who needs therapy is too repressed to come to you for therapy.
Yeah.
They can't just admit to it.
That and it keeps getting worse by the day. Like
Can I listen out for vampires in the tunnels?
Yeah, you can, like, survival check.
Survival.
Yeah.
17, 18, 20. Dirty.
Nope. None. Tunnel's quiet.
Well, the vampires.
I mean, the tracks led to the waterfall. So, Dae and Yaslin have had a long rest, but everyone else is fucking hurt as hell.
Are we resting? Or are we just keep going?
We can rest here if you want.
Yeah, the
I
other,
don't
they
mind.
can sleep, and Dae and Yaslin can keep watch.
Yeah, let's do that.
So
We take
Dae
a
and
long rest
Yaslin, yeah, Dae and Yaslin are going to do some perception checks. Lantana, can you wait to apply your rest? The fear!
What's happening?
The timing of
happening?
all of this. So, don't apply your rest until I say you can. Just wait. As you sleep, you dream.
oh no, the milk coming back.
Tiff
Milk
looks so
dreams,
happy.
milk dreams.
Tiff has been waiting for this day.
Oh, I don't have any notes for this. I should have done
I
that.
want a
It's
milk
fine.
drink too. Wait, am I gonna get a milk dream then?
It's your
That sounds
turn for the
dodgy and
MILF
I'm-
dream. It's Lantana's turn for the MILF dream. That means Naerva's going to be last. Not Naerva's turn yet.
Wow.
Do I want to have a milk dream?
I don't know, V. Do
It's a
you?
milk.
I can't believe I'm saying this out loud in my uni flat.
do I feel like having a MILF dream tonight, lads?
Tonight will I dream of MILFs? I don't know, that's a personal issue, V. Anyway, Lantana, when you sleep, you dream. You wake. Well, you don't wake up. Obviously, you're still asleep, and you know you're asleep. But you open your eyes, and you're in this dark room. There's an elaborate dining table, set with some very elaborate chairs. And it's for a moment it is completely dark, before purple light fills the room, very similar to when Yaslin casts dancing lights. And entering the room is a tall, dark elf woman with long white hair with a thick streak of black through it, who looks like an older version of Yaslin, wearing quite a low-cut dress and imposing dragon scale pauldrons. And she smiles at you very politely and is like, "Take a seat," and sits herself at the head of the table.
What are you doing?
Well, personally, I'm dying on the inside.
Obviously, yeah.
I'm just going to quietly take a seat at the other end of the table.
The very other end. It's a very
I'm
long
just kind of-
table.
I'm just kind of sat there like really stiff, just staring straight at her.
Really stiff.
Really stiff.
Yeah, just like
We're so
Yeah.
not funny.
I'm sorry, I'll shut up. I'll get out of your MILF dream. I'll let you have this moment.
wait, is
So-
Scarf in the milk room as well?
Nope.
I was
Just
about
you.
to ask that.
Oh, they took your ferret!
Scarf's not here.
Well, Scarf
Okay, I'm just gonna look
MILF
around. I'm
dream.
just like,
No.
Scarf.
Where's Scarf?
Have a MILF dream, is the
And she's
question.
like, "Oh,
I'm
is that
saying
the
this
name?"
way too loud at 10:30 in my house.
She's like, "Is that the name of your little animal companion? You're dreaming, sweet thing, and that means he's not here." I love that I pull out a different pet name for each of you.
Did you
I
have
think
one for me?
Tiff-
Or was it just no?
No, she was very mad at you. You didn't get a pet
Yeah.
name.
I don't want one from her. Anyway, just thought I'd ask.
She's
In a
like,
hot minute.
and then she like looks at you and she's like, "And the proper procedure for this would be introductions. So I suppose I'll start. I am Lady Elistraz Malact, the head of House Malact. Introduce yourself."
Lantana. You pretty.
Oh my God, is everyone gonna flirt with my wife's mother for fuck's sake?
I'm just wondering who's gonna slip and tell her that Hera and Yaslin are married, because she doesn't know.
It'll probably be Naerva. Yeah.
It's definitely not going to be me because I'm too fucking stupid to realise, oh shit, that might be Yaslin's mom. I'm like, I don't see the similarities somehow.
Just like,
You can only tell if ferrets are related.
why?
You missed the
Oh
same
my
last name. You missed the resemblance. You're like, well, I mean, if I think they look similar, I might just be racist. I might just think all dark elves look the same. Anyway.
I mean, bold of you to assume that I know Yaslin's last name.
Yeah, good point. Okay. So, she's like, "I've been checking in on main members of your little crew so far. I've paid a visit to your captain, to the other tiefling. I don't really know what they do."
Try and kill children.
And priests.
There's like a pause. She's like, "Right. Okay.
I was gonna go Chrissy Strange.
Yes, quite. But I am meaning to check in on all of you because I do want an impression of all of the people travelling with my daughter.
I'm like... I was gonna go... Right. I'm like... Yaslin?
Yes, that one. That'd be the one.
You
I
say
mean,
anything, I fucking tell you.
Unless there are... I wasn't aware of any other dark elves you'd be travelling with.
Nah.
No. I mean, you are, but go off. She's like, would you like something to drink? And she just sort of conjures a bottle of wine, which pours you a glass on its own.
I'm just kind of looking between her and the glass of wine. I'm like, in my mind, I'm just like, oh shit.
Talk about the missing.
She pours herself a glass of wine, takes a slow drink, and just sort of, she's just sort of watching you.
Glass of wine.
She's just sort of watching you curiously.
I'm like very visibly nervous because this very pretty lady is staring at me. And I'm also like,
no one in this party is straight.
What did you say, Tiff?
I'm also like pretty uncomfortable because I'm not with Scarf at the moment.
Yeah. And this place is like intimidatingly fancy. You grew up in the woods.
Yeah.
You're not
Why
used to
didn't
a
we call
noble
the pirate
dining
ship
room.
fruit bowl?
Because we can't just call each other fruits
Fruit
all
salad.
the time.
We are fruit salad.
Well, I'm not
Yummy.
fucking
Yummy,
wrong.
yummy.
No, you're not. She's watching you very calmly and just like a quiet one. Normally I've been assaulted with questions by now.
I'm just gonna kind of go, like, mutter something in ferret under my breath and just go, me no speak much English.
Hang on. That's me saying hang on because I need to look at her spell list. She might have comprehend languages.
Surely, like, in their dream, they'd be able to understand.
Yeah, maybe. Let me just load this spell list up. Don't look at them too hard. It goes on for a long time.
I feel like in dream you should just be able to understand each other.
She's going to cast a spell and she's like, this should be easier. Talk as you would.
I'm just gonna say in ferret, just like, can you understand me?
And she nods.
And immediately, I like perk up a bit. I'm like, you can?
I understand you, yes. Loud and clear. Tiff and Ron's party are weak to this woman.
I'm gonna go, first of all, you're very beautiful. I'm not quite sure what to say.
Oh my god, it's
Everyone
beginning.
gonna flirt with her? Not me?
I bet Yasmin's mum's starting to get tired of all of her daughter's friends just hitting on her.
Stacey.
You might just bring me back for some, mixture, just... I don't want to be flirted with, I'll get verbally assassinated by someone. I'll just bring that one back. I don't want to be flirted with anymore.
She's like, the last one of your little group I talked to had many questions for me. Any questions plague your mind?
What do you want from us?
It's quite simple. I'd like my daughter back.
But she's happy.
She doesn't belong up there on the surface. She belongs down here in her home with her family.
She's happy up there with us. We are her family. Maybe not biologically.
Ooh, there is a
Yeah,
clench
family.
to this. Her jaw clenches a little bit.
Well, I made her mad.
Oh, I've said worse and she's been fine, mate. I have said much worse to her. You are fine. Hopefully you'll be fine.
I mean, I don't think anyone's ever hit this particular nerve before.
Oh, shit, Lantana.
Oh, fuck. I'm fucked up.
Oh, this is
Mention the
fun.
thing now. Mention it. Just say, her family's up there. Legally.
Don't blurt that out. Maybe
Push
she's
the
like
dagger in as it's, just push it further in.
she sort of raises an eyebrow at you, and her expression has been very neutral, but now it's quite cold. And she's like,
I fidget a little bit in my seat. I'm like,
as happy as my daughter may be, as far as however that concerns you, it's no matter. What matters is Yaslin is very young. Yaslin is too young to make this sort of decision, and I will have her back one day, one way.
Let her make her mistakes. If she fucks it up, then she'll come home. Oh, God. Oh, I can't wait until Naerva
You will
gets
rip
their
her a
dream.
new one.
Oh,
Oh,
God, no.
You will
Oh,
happily
yeah.
tell her everything. Then I'll be fucking dead. And I'll just be like, go on. It's been come
And
on.
she kind of leans forward a bit, and she's like, whatever bond you have with my daughter is ultimately nothing. My blood runs through her veins, not yours.
Yeah, and sewage runs through a
I'm
river.
just going to kind of straighten up a little bit and roll my shoulders. I'm gonna go. I may have been raised without my biological family, but I still know that your child's happiness should be above anything that you feel.
We're all lying into it, it's funny.
This is a
Another
slightly kinder way of saying fuck you.
Another
Like
sort of
Tiana.
a little clench to the jaw. She's like, you weren't the one I expected this sort of resistance from. And then she's gone. She's just gone. And
She thought that the ferret lady would be easy to
and for a moment, you're still in this room, and then the rest of the night your dreams change and are shifted, and you are consumed by nightmares. You see your ferret family being torn apart by wolves. Well, you can't do anything to save them. Don't apply your long rest, and you're going to take some damage.
Oh no!
You're gonna take You're gonna take 8 damage, and you're not gonna have a long rest. And you're gonna gain a level of exhaustion. No long rest, 8 damage, level of exhaustion.
Holy shit.
You touched a bit of a nerve there, buddy.
Even I didn't touch that nerve. Jesus.
We had our first damage from the spell dream.
I heard.
Wait, so am I awake
did-
now?
You're awake, you gain a level of exhaustion, you took your damage, you don't get a long rest.
You're awake
Okay.
and sweating.
I wake up and I'm sobbing.
You wake up screaming, just like,
Crying, and dreamt of her family being torn apart all night.
Lovely.
It's almost like she can have a quick little peek at your
Lovely
trauma or something. Things that would scare you.
I'm really glad she can't get in my head, actually.
Yeah, she can't see Dae's dreams. Did you enjoy your MILF dream, Tiff?
I didn't feel but not anymore!
Scary
See, if
MILF.
Yasmin's mum could get into Dae's head, it would just be the DVD screensaver.
And then fire. And that's all that's in there.
Thanks.
So
Dae
They
has
think it's
thought.
because he's an elf. They think it's
actually 'cause he
because
can't
Dae's
think.
an elf, and that's why they can't get him. Mm-mm. They
It's a
just
good thing
they don't
that-
they don't want to do it.
That Yaslin's
They'll get hit
immune
by
to
the
this.
DVD logo.
Okay, I'm going to wake up and immediately start sobbing.
Scarf will like climb onto your lap and start like licking your tears off your face.
Are you okay? I guess I'm awake. Like I was keeping
Yeah, everyone's
Can
sort
Naerva
of
just
wakes
like
up
bear
now.
hug them?
I'm gonna bear hug her as
Yeah,
well.
I will also hug.
Yaslin's here.
A big hug.
You'll just
Kyle.
climb in and give them a big
Yaslin is
cuddle.
next to you. Yaslin is not joining the group hug.
Did you have a bad dream?
That's it.
I'm just going to like nod.
If you
through
put your
tears.
arm out, she will very reluctantly join the group hug. She is uncomfortable.
Come on,
She is now in the group hug.
just accept it. It's
I'm just-
fine.
I'm just going to continue to speak ferret because like I'm in too much hysterics to actually.
You've just
try and speak
regressed.
English. So I'm just like
Nobody understands.
in ferret. Like, I
catch
met
it fucking
Yaslin's mom.
Nobody can
She's
understand
horrible.
you.
Scary milk,
Yeah,
scary
I
milk,
suppose
scary
I'll
milk.
start. It takes 10 minutes for me to cast my spells, so
So Dae starts ritual casting.
let's see if Lantana remembers how to speak common.
So for
before-
10 minutes, Dae's going to be casting the spell and no one can understand you while you're like babbling and crying. Scarf is trying to comfort you as best as he can, but he is a ferret.
I am like clinging to Scar.
He
Like-
climbs
like
up around your
Your life
neck,
depends on it.
climbs up around your neck, wraps himself around you very tightly, puts his little head in your hand, licks your palm. He's got quite a big head, actually. He's fucking huge. But, you know. So, yeah, 10 minutes go by of
I'm
Dae
just like-
casting.
I'm still like hysterically babbling in ferret.
So, what are you saying after 10 minutes when Dae can finally understand?
I'm just saying something along the lines of I met Yaslin's mom. I've never seen anything so terrible in my life.
Just summary: scary milk, scary milk, scary milk.
Does Dae translate this?
Yeah, I'll sort of be like, hey, Lantana, calm down. Deep breaths.
You can completely understand Dae now as well, because he's cast his little spell.
Deep breaths. It's okay, she's not here. You're with us. She's miles away. She doesn't know where we are. There's no way.
I'm like trying my best to like calm my breathing.
We're on the side of a mountain in the middle of nowhere. She's not going to get to us. It's okay. It was just a dream.
I'm just gonna say, my family, I need to know if they're okay.
Where are they?
Back at home in the forest.
At home in the
I
forest.
saw them being brutally mangled by wolves.
Which forest?
Probably from Olmhor as well.
Olmhor?
Yeah.
Okay. We can go to Olmhor.
And like I
If you
start
like.
crying again, and I'm just like, "Thank you. I just need to make sure they're okay and safe."
Sure. We'll do that. We'll do that.
Yasin's like, what happened?
Your mother,
Oh.
sort of looked in. Their head, sort of bad things.
Yasin's just sort of like, I'm sorry that happened to you.
Taking herself one by one.
We're going to take
Yeah.
another deep breath and continue to speak in ferret at Jay, at Day while he still understands.
Same name.
I think I hit a nerve. I told her that we are Yaslin's family now, and that she's happy with us.
Well,
I think I
Yeah.
fixed so.
that's good. I'm proud of you for doing that. I feel like someone needs to tell her, you know, exactly how it is, and that Yasmin doesn't want to go back to her. She needs to know that, and like that's gonna hurt her, but she deserves it.
Yasmin's ears are like pinned back, like down and back as far as they go.
I put my arm around Yasmin and just pull her into my side and just make sure she's okay too. While also hugging Lantana. I'm doing both.
You have a distressed girl under each arm.
Yes, I do.
If I ever met that woman, I'd be giving her more than just bad things said.
What? What does that mean?
No.
Next time
I was
see
trying
that
to
woman,
sound
I'm punching her in the
threatening.
Next time I see her, it'll be more than harsh words.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
I mean, judging by
Yeah.
patterns, next to see her's Naerva.
Okay.
Judging by patterns, next to see her's going to be you, Naerva.
Do you have any plans?
Yeah. Tell her to stop being a dick, mainly.
Maybe we could
But maybe
try...
in a nicer way, because there's no nightmares she can give me that I don't already give myself.
I mean, the nightmares they cause actual harm to your brain if you get them. They do psychic damage.
Okay, I'm not going to laugh at that. Well,
So maybe we should try politeness and she won't melt your brain.
okay, maybe. Perhaps.
It doesn't feel good.
Okay. I'll try and not be sassy to your mom even though she's being a bitch.
I can't make the same promise, and I frankly won't. But I will try if she does call on me again.
I promise to try, but I don't promise that I will.
Yeah.
I don't want you getting hurt.
I just let everyone. I assume.
She did sort of say it at you as a group, but she's kind of like pressing her face against Hera's shoulder.
Hmm.
We'll try.
She's probably just like, guys, don't do anything stupid, I swear to fucking God.
If
Yep.
she
Exactly
pulls
what
up
you think.
here, I will have to fight her.
And what, they die?
No. Just fight her.
That's... My mother is a very powerful woman. She has a lot of very powerful magic. And even if we ignore the damage she can do to you, she can turn your own mind against you.
My own mind's already against me.
She can turn your mind to her.
We fight loads of power.
And make you hurt us. But what
Exactly.
are we supposed to do? If she here, if we do find her, we can't sit idly by and let her have her way. If that goes against what we want.
Mm-hmm.
For now, I think we need to keep running. You know, make sure she doesn't find
Now
us.
we run. But I feel like eventually we're going to have to face her whether we want to or not. Whether
Yeah,
we're
sounds
ready
like-
or not.
Yasmin's like, hang on. Her eyes like flash very briefly purple, and she casts detect magic, and she's like, well, we're not being scryed on, so
That's good.
yet.
Lantana, are you in pain? Hurt?
You've got like a headache, but the sharp pain has faded.
It's like,
Lingering migraine. It's not nice.
Want me to heal you?
it's like,
If you take
I
a look at
was
Lantana,
in pain.
some blood has trickled out of her ears.
Want me to heal you?
I think I still have like healing cakes left. So I can
I
give
have
you a
lay on.
healing cake.
I have lay on hands as well.
But yeah, the real danger here is getting the exhaustion building up.
How do I give healing?
how do I get rid of the exhaustion then?
You have to
It's late.
sleep without being interrupted.
Oh shit.
So if she
I'd
wants
assume-
to, she can do this every fucking night until you die. But, she has better things to do, maybe.
Mm.
So I'll read what you
I'd assume, what's the plan now? Are we going back to the ship? Are we just going down to look for the vampires again?
So, you just choose
I
someone
think-
and they get free temp HP.
Will that help?
You get 3 more hit points.
There you go. Have
But it's
3 hit
specifically
points.
temporary HP, which you put to the right of your hit points. There's a bit that says temp, and you can put that up. It's not real hit points.
Wait, can Dae still understand Farah at the moment?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to kind of like say to him, I'm okay. I'm not in any pain. Just tired.
Mm-hmm. Very tired. You currently have disadvantage on all ability checks.
Oh fuck.
So, like, stealth, athletics, those sort of things.
I don't like this mountain very much. As
Me
much as
neither, bro.
I want to. I don't know if I want to see the vampires, but I want to know what's going on.
I just remembered Sister Vivian's been here the whole time. I'm so bad at tracking NPCs!
She's
I
just
think-
quiet.
Sister Vivian
I
has been here the whole time. I'm so dumb.
Huh?
I think Sister Vivian's been here the whole time with us, and we've just forgotten she's here.
I forgot she was here.
What's
I
she
think-
doing?
She's here. She's like, if you all have to leave, I must go ahead.
Yeah.
I must do what my god has asked of me.
I think for now a good thing to do might be to either regroup, maybe go back to the town or the church and see what we can find in there.
A small complication.
Yeah,
Aren't we still wanted criminals?
Yes.
Who recently
yeah!
escaped a church, who escaped prison, and the lord of the town is actively after us, and that sort of thing.
Mm.
Oh yeah, we beat up all cops.
I don't think we can
Yeah.
come back here, really.
I hope the ship's okay.
I trust Anders to have. I trust the crew
Yeah.
to have kept the ship out of harm.
Yeah.
Trust click and that's about it.
Yeah? Well, at least there is
I mean,
someone
from
on
what
that
I
boat who I trust.
I trust Under.
Your bird boyfriend?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
your bird
arguing now.
boyfriend.
Yeah. Anyway,
Gay,
I
gay,
think if you argue about
sexual
who we
gay.
trust on the ship, it's going to be really hard. This is the time. I trust Click what I trust my first mate. Okay? What do you want?
Oh god, what is going on?
that's nice.
Okay.
It's nice to have people who we trust.
So what we're going to do?
Tense.
Does Sister Vivian know where the undead things are? That would be a help.
I mean, I was sent here to stop them reaching the peak of the mountain where Noct and Helios will be. There's going to be an eclipse soon, and the Helios and Noct, the sun and the moon themselves, are going to reunite at the top of this mountain.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't want there to be undead up there
Yeah.
at the time. That Polaris thinks they might be planning something.
So
And undead who plan are not something you want to be around.
let's quickly sort that out, and then run to Omaha. Does that sound like a good plan?
Yeah, sounds like
Yeah.
if it's any consolation, not a good one. What she showed you might not be true. She might just have shown you what she thought you'd fear the most with what she knows of you.
See? But we can still go to
But-
Omaha if you want.
Yes, obviously, but it's probably fine. Seeing your greatest fears isn't pleasant, though.
But we have other nightmares we can deal with first.
Living nightmares. Unliving nightmares. Undead nightmares. So, what's the plan, team? I think the plan might be soon to end the session because somebody here has work tomorrow morning.